too.
Robotics as in what? And we're streaming now.
You remember we were talking about you wanted to do like an AI story?
Yes,
I found
like,
a few videos related to something similar.
yeah, computer file?
It's a couple videos just related about
Yeah.
the computer evolution
Yeah.
creatures.
Like, the idea of it is, like, that it would be like it would be kind of a novel, kind of a collection of short stories, and the idea is, like, it would be like a in-universe document where it's a book written by, like, an AI theorist or something about what, in-universe, are historical incidences of AIs behaving weirdly.
Mhm.
So,
This
like,
is,
yeah.
in I think it was like the late 80s, early 90s, they through some AI learning and created virtual evolved creatures and gave them simple tasks to do. And so there's like, I don't know, a 6-minute video over what these creatures looked like and what they did because they recorded it. So it's some cool shit in there.
Okay. I'll check it out. So, what I guess the question I was asking you is, why is it that you want to live in a world that is exactly the same, except more innocent people die of gun violence?
I don't think that's the case at all. And, you know, places that are more aware of their guns and take care of them better don't have that problem.
But there's one example of that, which is an anomaly. Other than that, it's
there would be more examples of it if countries didn't take away other people's guns.
That's speculation.
Yeah.
What is not speculation is that clearly all of the countries with robust gun control that are otherwise developed and such, all do not have anywhere near as much gun violence as we do.
Okay.
So why do you want a world that's exactly... I mean, I might take the make everyone take their guns more seriously I might take that argument more seriously if I felt that that was actually something that might happen.
And there are 2 cases for it, actually.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen in America.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Like... So
I mean, the problem is we're going to have to do something that doesn't involve taking away people's guns, because you can literally 3D print guns right now. It's not difficult.
And yet somehow that hasn't trickled out to the countries with robust gun control.
That comes down to how much terrible people have firearms, I guess. The only defense against a gun is a gun. You're not going to get them away from the bad guys, so you need to, you know...
Yes, you are! They do!
That are capable of handling it.
You are! They do!
I disagree entirely.
You disagree? Japan! The UK!
How is Japan an example?
Guns are banned there, and they don't have mass shootings. The UK has robust gun control, and they have way lower gun violence. I think Germany's the same way. Like, basically the entire European Union.
I don't think that those are good cases because they don't have guns in such a large number. So, the way America, the land, was colonized, everybody needed to have fucking guns everywhere, right? Europe was already colonized. Well, it didn't need to be colonized. People lived there. There was warring shit happening all the time. And so there wasn't so much need for everybody to have a fucking gun to defend themselves against nature or any other threat. So there's a significant number of guns just laying around in America because of the way America was put together.
I mean, why can't that be undone, though? It would just be a matter of grabbing them? like, yeah, you'd probably miss a few, but it's not impossible logistically to disarm the American populace.
No, it entirely is. But also, you act like places like the UK are entirely disarmed, when just about every farmer will have something, and probably multiple somethings, like just about anyone that owns a gun does here.
But nonetheless, the bulk of people there are not able to get a gun, and there's no mass shootings and a lot less gun violence.
Okay, but there's still other types of violence.
There's not more of those other things to compensate, though.
There is.
There's less crime and shit there in general.
I mean, that's maybe a culture thing, but, you know, there was still what happened recently. 19 people got stabbed all at once. There's multiple mass stabbing incidents. People can die just as easily.
But people don't die of violence as much.
I disagree.
I mean, this is not a matter of opinion. This is something we can look up. Murder rate, United Kingdom. List of countries by intentional homicide rate, Wikipedia. So, let's see. Scroll past. So, United States is 92nd on the list.
Mm-hmm.
The UK is 176th, and the let's see.
Okay, is that by population or what is
I'm
that?
gonna check. I'm gonna sort it. Rate is what's yeah. Didn't seem to be sorted by rate. Let's get this better. So I now have it sorted opposite way. So lower numbers are now lower homicide rates. Mm-hmm. So Japan is near the top.
As you'd expect from a country that was entirely disarmed.
Basically a bunch of European and like North Asian countries. Germany's near the top. United Kingdom is at 37, reckoning it this way. I'm pretty sure this is per capita.
Mm-hmm.
France is better than the United States. I will admit, I think Sweden was too. Let's see. United States is 126, clustered around a bunch of non-developed countries.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey is better. Fucking Iran is better. Lebanon is.
Oh, places that take away people's guns.
I mean, not like less developed countries. North Korea is better, though that I suppose would be expected.
That's significantly underreported, probably, but yeah, also expect.
Niger, Rwanda. Like, Kenya is worse, but by like 2 slots.
Okay, but you could remove like 3 cities from the United States and we'd go up significantly higher. It's mostly handgun violence and gang violence.
So like, you just said a series of words which do not contradict my argument.
I'm saying outside 3 cities, we would be significantly higher, and the only reason that we aren't is because of gang violence. So if you solve the gang violence problem through, I don't know, education, healthcare, and proper funding to the unfortunately located, then you wouldn't have gang violence.
I mean, that's a little questionable, but...
I mean, if you look up those cities, it's specifically gang violence, and it's 95% or some similar number with handguns. People are trying to gun control argument like ARs and shit just because they're scary, and people use them in mass shootings.
Right,
They've chosen mass shootings because they're fucking scary. Well, they're not, but...
Well, there's another... There's another dimension to that, too, which is that there's no possibly argued valid use for those. Whereas for handguns, you can make a self-defense argument.
You can make a self-defense argument with any gun,
yes,
and a two-way argument with fucking any gun, too.
Yes, but the self-defense argument is ludicrous with a gun that is specifically designed to kill large numbers of people.
I mean, it's not. It's just military theme. You can replace that shit with wood, and it would have the exact same function. It would just look more, I don't know, classic?
With wood? What?
Yeah, you realize, like, the gun used in the Florida shooting is, what, an AR Enforce?
So,
look it up.
The specific argument pertains to larger magazines that make it possible to mow down more people.
And fire rate, potential fire rate is the other.
Yeah,
is the other.
Things like that where, I mean, it's logically possible that you'll end up in a situation where you need to defend yourself against a massive number of people, but it's not very likely. Certainly it's going to happen way less than mass shootings are.
But those exist in pistols, and anyone actually knowledgeable and serious about firearms that wanted to go shoot up a school would not use that gun. It is a bad choice.
But they all do.
Right, because it looks scary, and it's probably the cheapest damn thing out there right now.
I am very suspicious of that.
I mean, it's built to be highly customizable, so when you get one, it doesn't have a lot of stuff, which makes it cheaper.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why a rifle style is possibly better than a pistol for that kind of encounter.
Oh, right. I'm just saying, you know, when you're inside an urban quarters type situation, you want something that's shorter overall, because it's easier to get around corners.
Right. So looking at the OECD, which is the developed countries, out of the 36 most developed countries, the United States is 5th from the top as far as homicide rates.
Right, because we have guns.
Chile...
and we're poorer also, but...
So it's important to look like Norway is a notable... We're close to Norway, which they also have a high incidence of gun ownership. I think they have universal gun ownership, so that's important to note. Then Turkey and Estonia are right below us. And then Chile, Russia, Mexico, and Brazil are above us.
So wait, so the countries that are like Leon wants them to be, where everyone has a gun, are near us in homicide rate. Did I hear that right?
Correct, yes. Israel as well, which has a very high gun ownership rate for the same reason as they're like militarized with, you know, that situation.
So there's basically a 1-to-1 correlation between gun ownership rate and homicide rate.
I don't know if it's 1-to-1, but there is certainly a correlation. I would say, obviously, there are exceptions. I think, because it's just, there are cultural exceptions as well. But there is certainly, if you go across the countries, a correlation. Gun ownership tends to lead to higher rates of gun homicide, just because or even homicide in general.
Yeah, homicide in general is what matters.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, United Kingdom is second from the bottom. Japan is the lowest.
Both countries notable for robust gun control.
Right. So the knife attack argument does happen, but it's not really relevant in the conversation, as you see in the homicide rates.
I mean, I kind of agree that mass shootings are a bit of a red herring, and that the statistics are probably more important.
Mm-hmm. I definitely would agree with that.
I mean, they're not completely a red herring because they still are instances of such violence, but
I mean, most of the issue is with homicides. There's so much you actually need to dig through to see how they got those numbers too.
So, why is it that you think the U.S. would magically not follow the trend every other country follows loyally and have more gun violence if we had more guns?
It's not about having more guns, it's about having people more aware of how guns work and trained to use them properly.
Those countries you've talked about with mandatory gun ownership, and I presume such education, still have more gun violence rates.
Yeah, I mean, like, Norway's is lower than us, but maybe a third of us, but they're near the bottom of the developed country list, along with us. It spikes up right around Turkey, Estonia, United States. It starts to really spike up as far as
yeah. Well,
race
one of those is Turkey, so.
Yeah. But yeah, it's. I mean, you look at the pack of where we are. It's not a group of. Like, you look at the countries you want to be in. It's not the countries we're in a lot of these studies. It's the same thing with it's like look at like infant mortality rates. We're shockingly bad on that list. We have one of the highest in the world, of course, in the developed countries. And then when you look at certain states, like I think Mississippi, like if you just look at Mississippi, that would be one of the worst. If you looked at their rate is at the rate of like a third world developing country, like just one of the worst in the world. If you looked at just that, it's just lots of problems we have that need to be dealt with. And gun ownership, I mean, gun violence, there are a lot bigger problems. I don't think it deserves as much attention as it's getting, because there's way worse problems that are. The healthcare issue at large is kill 10 times as many people as the guns will ever kill. But so I think
I agree, but a lot of this, they share solutions.
Possibly, and also you don't just focus on one problem at a time. You have to focus on all problems, because that's how things work. So I'm not saying you should ignore it, but I'm saying maybe give more attention to the healthcare issue. That's a significantly higher importance.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like funding the military and trying to stop plague.
Yeah, I just heard like they did a study, and it's like a third of all tax dollars go to the military, and like
no, it's more.
It's more than that.
I'm sure. I feel like it's like 50%.
Okay, maybe, and then of that, a significant portion goes to military contractors.
Please don't trust what I just said. That's from off the top of my head.
Right. No,
but it's definitely a high number that goes to.
And then of those, it's not just like salaries and like infrastructure. It's military contractors who are making a huge profit off of that. Yeah. And it's a nightmare situation.
So a large profit goes to paying troops, even though they don't get paid for shit. But it does go to other, contractors and stuff too.
But yeah, it seems like that there needs to be a huge overhaul, and that's what like the F-35 project, where it's like $1 trillion burnt up in smoke.
Yeah. So Gozaburo Kaiba is getting all of our tax money, basically.
Effectively, yes.
We all know who that is, right?
I do not know.
Do you know who Seto Kaiba is?
It sounds Japanese. Other than that, I have no idea.
From Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, I've heard of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I will explain who... So Seto Kaiba, here's his backstory, and you will learn in the process of this who Gozaburo Kaiba is. Seto Kaiba was orphaned at a youngish age. He was a super-duper ultra-mega genius who learned how to play chess really well when he was in the orphanage. Gozaburo Kaiba, who's this horrible war profiteer responsible for the deaths of men, women, and children in various places, and for creating weapons of mass destruction to be wielded against civilians and all that shit, he visits there because he's a corporate asshole. Gotta take breaths. And Seto... And Gozaburo was a chess world champion. Seto basically challenges him to chess and says, if I win, you have to adopt me and my brother. If I lose, then you don't. If you refuse, I tell the press you refused chess against a kid because you were scared. And Kaiba beats and Seto beats Gozuboro in chess. So he becomes his adopted son. Gozuboro is not that kind to him, but raises him to learn corporateness. When he's, I think, for a birthday 1 year, breaths again, he gives him $10 million and says that in a year, you have to pay this back with a 1,000% interest rate. You have to pay me $100 million. So be expecting him to take that seed money and make it 10 times as much. Kaiba buys 51% of a company, selected on the basis that they treat their employees like family. He goes there, demands that they buy the company back from him for 10 times as much, or he'll just shut the company down and put all of their employees on the street. And it works. So he gets the money back. He does that turnaround in a single day. He later successfully gets control of Kaiba Corp. And despite the fact that he's kind of an amoral asshole, he shuts down the weapons of mass destruction building, places it with a trading cards holograms building, and then that's the show. So Gozuboro Kaiba is a horrible, evil war profiteer who's like the main villain of a large chunk of Season 3.
Yeah.
Isn't this game about cards?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, what?
Have you not seen Yu-Gi-Oh?
I've never seen any of the card-based shows, but...
Oh, man. That's good shit. Yeah.
It just seems like it's the same thing with Pokemon. Like, I know the basic, like, oh, there's an animal and they fight other animals, but then there's this whole other, like, logic and world and shit that it's like, what? How?
Yu-Gi-Oh is significantly more complicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah. So...
Like, characters have, like, their own backstories and shit that matter.
Yeah. So the modestly dumb, censored English version is on both Netflix and Hulu. They put the rest of the English version on Netflix recently. I'm actually currently watching through, to what extent I can between schoolwork, the Japanese version on Crunchyroll, which I've now seen like the first 4 episodes of it, and I know that first season. I know the English version of that first season like the back of my hand, even though it's been several years right now.
Mm.
And so it's interesting watching it in the Japanese. It's very similar. Like, I think it's just because I'm an adult that the cynical capitalism is so much more noticeable to me now. Like they go to the, like, it's like, hey, you need better cards, let's go to the game store. It's just like your local game store, children. Beg your parents to take you.
I mean, they're not wrong, but that's... It's not like those game stores are owned by the companies. Those are independently owned by people.
Yes, but it's still a toy commercial.
Same thing with the Transformers or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or any other kid show. It's to sell the toy. That's the entire purpose of the show. You're not
right. Except that the show, like the people that make the cards, do not make profit off of the cards in card shops.
What?
Konami makes...
The people that own the card shops and actually display the single cards, they don't get money for those cards. They get money from the new packs and all the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Themed shit.
Right, but
still...
You're getting them in the shop. I mean, people are buying packs of cards.
Oh, yeah, but they could be buying packs of cards at Walmart. That doesn't matter. The only difference between that and a game shop is that they have individual cards for sale. And, like, actual people to play with. There's a community built around game shops.
Mm-hmm. Not really sure what your point is there.
I mean, I think, it was just noticeable to me, the fact that they specifically seem to be pimping for for Solomon Moto's, his name is different in the Japanese version, but that's what I remember him as, his shop that he owns.
I mean, well, that's just, like, Yu-Gi-Oh's his grandson, and that's where all the kids hang out, because that's where everybody hangs out.
Did you just get the protagonist's name wrong?
I said Yugi, right?
You said Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, I might have.
But yeah, it is actually a very good show. Like, the one thing about it that is, like, very good is, or one thing about it, like, some toy commercials, what makes some toy commercials different than others is that some of them are good.
Mhm.
Like the ones that are remembered fondly because as much as they were cynical toy commercials, or well, they weren't that cynical is the thing. They were just toy commercials, but the creative staff cared about telling a good story. Either because they were just creative, artistic people, or because they cynically realized that that would make it more popular, and they were right.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been, I don't know, the last 10 years or so where companies have been being dicks about their shows that I've noticed. Like, they pulled Young Justice because the toy line wasn't making very good. They changed Teen Titans over to a younger audience and made the cartoon significantly cheaper to make because the toys weren't selling. Those are two instances of it.
Yeah.
But Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have a lot of, like, capitalist shilling except for the Kaiba system.
I disagree. Like, I would assert that the show, its fundamental premise is capitalist shilling. It's about,
I don't know.
It's about, like, the show consists of product placement.
I mean, it's a show about a card game, so
that you can go to the store and buy for yourself. It's not like they came up with that...
Pokemon talks about a Pokemon, which is a video game.
Right, and it is a commercial for that video game.
I think Pokemon the show came out first.
I am very sure that you're wrong.
I think there's all at least the concept of those card games is pretty old.
This is empirically verifiable.
If not that version of the card game itself, those kinds of things are very, very old.
Right. I mean, there's animes about, like, fucking almost chess or other different ancient games.
So...
first one was 97. Let's look at the game.
96.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause yeah, like, I know that some of the backstory behind the developers who made the game. They did not make it based on a show.
They probably made it side by side.
Huh.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Darby is taking a shot of Fireball whiskey. But also, I want to get back to the gun thing, but I know Darby's going to be here, so I don't want to get into that. Oh, hey, Darby boasted in politics. I don't think those two equate to each other.
Yeah, I mean, I somehow am being a vegetarian.
Your veganism is killing us.
Yeah, I'm somehow a vegetarian without any supplements, and I've been fine so far.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he has some issues somewhere with his trying being a vegetarian.
I mean, that, or
I know back in the day you had to have supplements or it would really literally kill you, but it's not a thing now.
I mean, since tofu has existed, that hasn't been a thing.
Oh yeah, but like, I don't know, pre-2000s, there wasn't a lot of vegan material because not a lot of internet. And so people weren't well informed of it, and so they would just do what they think was right or listen to other people that were doing okay, and so they'd be malnourished unless they took supplements. Word of mouth veganism is not healthy.
I mean, that's possible, I guess.
What's the guy who tells you can exist off of breathing and sunlight?
Yeah, it's almost the equivalent to that, because people would eat like shit tons of lettuce and maybe some carrots, and and that's mostly water but not actual nutrients.
And then they'll tell you that that weak feeling is really just the toxins leaving your body, and then you starve to death, basically.
God, I've heard that argument too many times.
I have never heard it as an argument. I mean, I'm sure that a vegan somewhere said that, because a lot of vegans are that way. In fact, a lot of the vegan stuff has this non-GMO stamp proudly displayed on it, which annoys me.
How are you with GMOs anyway? We never talk about that.
How are you with GMOs?
I absolutely don't give a fuck, but I mean...
GMOs are one of the best things in the universe. GMOs are a major weapon against world hunger. They're the greatest thing. I love them.
That's a slippery. I mean, there are bad things about GMOs, certainly, but it's not. Okay, I'll just start by first. It's not bad things with GMOs. The companies do bad things with GMOs.
Yeah, but companies do bad things with everything else too.
But if we let GMO seeds overrun our food supply, then they are in control of all food forever, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, I hate that so much.
Yeah, that's the one argument that does make sense.
So keeping heirloom seeds, keeping things like that. I'm not against GMOs. Like if it's grains that can grow 10 times better with less fertilizer and less, pesticides and whatnot, and is going to feed all this. It's great. I'm fine with that. But if you're doing it just to screw over the farmers, they have to buy seeds year after year after year. Then
that's the thing too. They can't fucking replant. They have to buy seeds every year.
Yeah, because capitalism is evil.
And then the biggest fuck you is if a farmer says, no, we do heirloom seeds here, we're not going to do your GMO shit. What they'll do is they'll plant a field upwind, and then the seeds naturally will. They'll cross-pollinate. Then they'll test and say, no, you're using our seeds without permission. We're going to take your farm.
Mm-hmm.
And
that happens a lot.
And then they sue you, and then you're not going to fucking win against Monsanto. They're going to just run off the clock until you're broke. And so they take your farm, essentially. And it is more evil companies than evil GMOs. So
this is why I'm anti-capitalism, because capitalism is evil.
When you can find me something that's better overall, I may be convinced, but capitalism provides the most freedom for the greatest number of people. So
that is objectively wrong. Capitalism is not succeeding because a massive portion of the population is starving. Capitalism is objectively a failed system.
As opposed to...
There doesn't need to be an opposed to.
Out countries?
We don't need to know what would be better to understand that capitalism is horrible and that we need to do whatever we can.
You need to know something is better so that it's not the best thing that we have right now. So provide me with something that is better, and I will consider maybe thinking about doing something differently.
You do need to provide a solution.
I mean, like EU-esque socialism?
Which is different how?
It simultaneously has the whole provide for people thing without giving up competitive markets that incentivize people to make good products.
The idea behind a more capitalism, socialism, the idea is your first priority making more money for the sake of making more money, or is your first priority creating more goods to provide benefits to more people? Those are the two mindsets you can have of why you want to expand, why you want to grow. And if you have the first mindset, you're going to screw over people because that's the best way to make more money. But if your goal is to provide the most good for the most people, then you're it's a different mindset. And you're not going to screw over some people because that would defeat the purpose of what you're trying to do.
Right,
We're still going to expand and grow.
Capitalism.
Yes, it does.
No.
It is fundamentally no. It is fundamentally mutually exclusive with capitalism as we currently understand it, because
Right.
we have an incentive structure in place that requires you to think in the first way.
That's only if you take your company public and have shareholders.
Right, but that's capitalism.
No, you can choose not to, or recall it like Dell did.
Clearly, though, not very many people are.
It's very, very difficult to do. And so it's not impossible, but in our system, it's clearly not the norm. And so, so no matter what, we have to restructure our entire system in some way to account to, if you want to,
I mean, honestly, I think the most likely scenario is that in 500 years we'll have a post-scarcity economy, and there'll just be no reason not to give everyone food, so we just will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the universal income has a lot of issues with it, but
yeah, universal income can be scary if it's done wrong.
I don't think it can be done right, honestly. Because they did a test case, and people just stopped working because they're like, I don't need to work if I get a basic amount of income I can live off of. I don't need to work, so that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
Citation needed. That does not.
I mean, if you can replace it with robots, then you probably should, but you need to have.
And we will, beyond question, we will be able to in 100 years.
Fuck that, we're able to now. Do you see what they're doing with McDonald's? Anytime somebody tries to get a higher wage, they put in robots because it's literally cheaper. So it comes down to, would you like to make some money in general ever? Or would you like to not have a job?
I mean,
to be fair, you could get on that program that gives you free money for college after you're, 25 or something.
And what we need to do...
actually have a real job, but...
Did you just say... I mean...
McDonald's is not a real job. Don't tell me it is.
Okay, McDonald's. I thought you meant college. Which is hard. As attested...
college is hard because you're making it hard.
I mean, I don't see what I could do to make it easy other than choose to suck at it.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because you're going for the high score. If you're not going for the high score, anything else is fucking easy. And some people just get the high score because that's how they're built, you know?
I mean, there are benefits to having the high score, though.
No, there aren't.
Yes, there are. Honor Society,
there are some
networking.
professions that give you benefits to it, but most jobs will not give a fuck about anything aside from you have a diploma.
Networking is very important for someone who wants to go into a creative field.
Yeah, sure, totally. But if you want to go into engineering or something, then all you need is that diploma. That's mostly what they care about. In fact, if you want to go into IT, you have to demonstrate your skills. They generally don't care about the diploma. There's a bunch of fields where that doesn't matter at all.
Okay, so I looked into it. Finland did the experiment, and they are ending it, but it doesn't seem to be like they're not ending it because it's a failure. They're ending it and then evaluating the data essentially, and so they've ended the experiment, and in the sense of, and so the thing I read was like a anti-universal income leaning thing, and so that made it seem like, oh, they're ending it because there was a failure and all this blah blah blah. But basically, they're ending it, and nothing has been released on the findings of the study.
Right. I mean, some people are probably going to quit their job, but
yeah.
Without data,
as a boost to income.
Yeah, without data, I mean, so it could be a rousing success for all we know. So there's no way without data. It's a speculation.
Yeah, I mean, isn't Canada going to try something like that soon?
It's California is doing it. One city at least I know.
Man, that's gotta suck in California.
There's
though.
this really dumb narrative about the Soviet Union that that the reason there was mass starvation is just because of lack of productivity, because people apparently starved to death for want of a motivation to feed themselves.
That doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, which here, like, my understanding of here's what happened in the Soviet Union. Stalin had very silly, very inflated concepts of how productive things would be under communism. He thought it would be like way, way better than it was under capitalism. It was actually slightly worse.
Wow.
Which makes sense.
So now there was still enough food. But, at least for the farmers themselves, certainly, because again, people don't starve for want of a motivation to feed themselves. Unless they have a mental illness or something. And so, what he did was, oh, you're not producing enough food, you must actually be producing that food and secretly keeping it secret. So, knowing that you have a bunch of food stored away somewhere, we're going to take all of the food that you have. Because you have some already. And then they all starved because there was no secret food.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
between that and, making it illegal to not have a job, which is fucking hilarious, and, forcing people into jobs that they were not good at. So, there were a good population of farmers that weren't well knowledged in farming. They were underproducing food to begin with.
And of course, all of those problems can be solved without having capitalism, because markets. One thing to always keep in mind is that markets are not intrinsic to capitalism. Capitalism specifically describes a system where the means of production are owned by a tiny percentage of super rich corporate assholes. So there were markets in feudalism, which, granted, super rich assholes still, but not corporate, and that wasn't capitalism.
I don't know that there's actually much of a difference at that point. But also, the currency for feudal Japan was rice, so everybody was a farmer, basically.
Yeah, and that's just a thing with the past, that everyone is a farmer.
Right, but I mean, being the currency of rice, that definitely helped with that.
Yeah, I think that's something we need to get back to, is just try to get more people to farm for themselves or grow little things like that.
Yeah, the idea of a front lawn is fucking ridiculous. You could use that as a garden. It's 1 o'clock now. Do we want to start playing?
Well, we don't have a Derby.
Because he doesn't want to be in here for...
Oh, I didn't realize,
he can jump in at literally any time.
Yeah, I mean, we can stop. He can come when he comes in. We'll stop doing things. Though in about half an hour or a little less, I'm gonna jump off and try to get in the shower because I'm on the treadmill, as you can probably tell.
All right, I'm gonna grab a water real quick, and then I'll be all set. Back shortly.
Honestly, with the people who self-identify as communists, it's very hard to tell what their actual beliefs are, because they will contradict themselves about them. Or maybe it's more that different ones are contradicting each other, I don't know. My memory might be flawed, but it's hard to tell. When they lay out the position of anarcho-syndicalism, they describe something that's pretty reasonable and that is also pretty market-driven, just without capitalist reptiles.
Possibly, I haven't really gotten into the rhetoric.
Yeah.
But there are other systems, I'm sure, that are possibly beneficial.
It amounts to this: everything is exactly like it is right now, except the workers collectively own any given factory or store or whatever.
Like I think Japan has a system I think would be the best to adopt, which is essentially a company making a profit, or at least a large profit, is considered bad because you're not paying your workers enough then.
That sounds very good, yeah.
So basically, it's similar to what we have now, but just a different mindset of pay your workers first, and that.
Though also, in numerous respects, the Japanese workplace is not a model.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, like Ford had the ideal mindset of a capitalist with the long view, which is if you pay your workers a good amount of money, then they'll have the money to buy your product, and then you'll be successful because the workers will have these will be selling more products. So it's in a selfish way. So giving your workers more money is a selfish act.
Well, it isn't though. If it were, they would all be doing it.
No, the reason is they're short-sighted. They only worry about next quarter, not about 10 years from now. So in the short term, because they can get another job in 6 months and switch to another thing and get a higher salary. So in the short term, they're doing what's right, but in the long term, they aren't. So
I missed something fun, didn't I?
I explained anarcho-syndicalism, which is the people who are anarcho-syndicalists kind of call themselves communists, and they use communist iconography, but to my eye, the economy they promote is definitely market-driven. The only difference seems to be that instead of a do-nothing capitalist reptile owning any given factory or store, the people who work there own it collectively.
I mean, it's not like you can't buy shares for significantly cheaper working at Walmart or Kroger, so...
Yeah, but that isn't the case.
If that is the case, you can.
But people don't. That's not what is currently true.
The more important thing is giving people the idea of giving people more than they as a subsistence living, so that giving them the opportunity to grow and buy more things and grow the economy. The reason why we haven't grown the economy as much as we should have in the last 20 years or so is because we've gone past that mindset of we need to give workers.
We have grown the economy. It's just only rich people have been getting extra money.
I disagree. You just need to play the market to get more money.
You can't reasonably say everyone just has to play the market. Like, obviously that's not happening. Obviously that's not happening in the way we have things right now, so something needs to be changed in order to actually make that a reality, and everyone just start being smarter is not a valid solution to anything.
Hold on, how hard do you think it is to play the market? Because it isn't.
Hard enough that not very many people are doing it.
No, it's significantly easy. It's just people aren't doing it because it's perceived to be difficult.
Robinhood
then that's the problem.
Yeah, everyone just gets the Robinhood app, and you can do it yourself. But you're not going to make money necessarily because the market's not doing well right now. But
the market's doing pretty good right now. It's been doing good since Trump got elected.
Not for the last couple months.
I don't know. It took a dip last week, but aside from that, it's been pretty good. I made $500 on Facebook alone, and I hate Facebook, so...
I mean, it's, like again, people aren't doing it, so, like, if changing that perception would make things better, then, that might be a solution, but also, if that's a solution, then the people who currently get to be capitalist overlords, because no one does that, are going to fight against it.
Well, the more people that play the market, that's better overall, I guess. It changes the volatility significantly, but...
Yeah, but capitalists, like... the capitalist class does not want the working class to have power. If investment is a path to power, which it probably is, then the capitalist class doesn't want the working class to do it. Because they want to have strangleholds over the people who have to work for them in order to survive. They don't want people to be able to make money and have incomes and live their lives without the capitalist control.
I don't think that's as much as the case that you think it is. I think it's more that they just don't think about the people of the lower classes. And so they don't care at all.
If they didn't think about them, then they wouldn't be bothering to oppress them. And they clearly are.
I don't think it's intentional oppression as much as you think it is. I mean, sure, there's definite cases of it, like the Rothschilds or the fucking... Can't think of their name now, and they just had a huge auction the other night.
So, like, our culture is, like...
Oh, yep.
Oh, here we have a Darby.
Alright, let me get the module thing open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. The notes are still on the page. That's good.
Darby, have thickly armed autistic people actually tried to rape your sister?
I feel like I missed something important.
Twice.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, that is one of the problems that the left is generally out to solve, is rape culture, so...
Yeah, no, the problem is that these people aren't propagating anything. The problem is they're quiet, silent hunters. They hide behind a veneer of innocence, and then they come and just tear your fucking heart out. I used to be friends with someone like that, and then this all happened.
I mean, the sort of undue sympathy that allows rapists to escape justice by getting people to feel sorry for them, that's part of rape culture. That undue sympathy.
Is that they're able to skirt within the issues that my school, back then I was still in high school, skirting within the issues of the school and trying to put the blame, not just themselves, but the school, trying to put blame on my sister since she has issues.
Victim blaming is an aspect of rape culture. Anyways, so we have a camp. Is Humam not coming?
He is not.
Okay. So, I mean...
Do any of the objectives change with him gone?
I mean, yeah, with two people gone, that's kinda makes things a lot harder for us.
I don't disagree. Just like as the to-do list is.
You could bring some of the low-level warriors in from the villagers and see what they can do.
Oh god, they would probably just die.
Yeah, I would rather just have Torsiv or Humam's sheet and have one of us play him.
Let me see if I can get his sheet. I'll poke at him about it.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. He's at least on his computer. Or somebody is.
I think we could take it. Doesn't seem like it overly difficult. For 3. I think...
He's playing Hitman Blood Money.
Yeah, well, somebody on his computer is. But I understand the sentiment of needing to not talk when family's around. I was watching a bunch of air traffic control stuff last night, so that's what all that stuff in no context is. Some really good shit there, some actually scary moments. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey?
We're level 4, so that should be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's who Mom Sheet. He linked it to the tracker.
Good.
Okay.
Leon, do you want to play him?
What is he again? I don't even
Inquisitor.
He's an Inquisitor.
I believe of Sarenrae, but I might be wrong.
I
Hayden
can
Kalen.
give it a shot in general, but Mythweaver's confused the shit out of me because the way it's built.
I mean, I could do it.
I mean, for the combat, it'll just be +6 to hit, 1d8 +3 for damage, times 3 crit.
And it doesn't like that link. Oh, that's the wrong... Click the wrong thing.
Yeah, I've had that issue before. That's weird, I don't know why it does that.
Yeah, he's not actually Caden Kaelian. In any case, though.
I'm going to put the computer stuff that we talked about earlier in no context while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I think, was the idea to go after M7, clear that out quickly, and then go down?
Entangle on the square and then go to M7.
Okay.
It's something like 15 minutes across the 3 videos. But it's really cool about its evolution in general, but it's about robotic learning too.
Interesting.
Was the... I don't know if it's robotic learning where they gave a skeletal system, like a human skeletal system to a robot and then had it figure out how to move?
Yeah, that's the first one.
That's the first one? Okay.
It's for... I think I've said, like, I'm kind of have a vague intention of writing a novel-ish thing where it's a book, not quote-unquote non-fiction in universe, written by a roboticist or AI researcher about, quote, historical instances of AIs, very advanced AIs, behaving oddly, and how that came about. So, like, one example will be a robot built by neo-Nazis to increase the white population as, by increasing the number of, like, white genetic markers in the population. And its way of doing that is to start a flu pandemic and then slip a retrovirus that has those genetic markers into the vaccine, so that those genetic markers, which have absolutely no relevance to they're junk DNA that just happens to be common in European populations because of genetic drift, is now in the American population at large, including non-white people. So the world is exactly the same, but there's technically more of those genetic markers. And the Nazis are stupid because they didn't think of that, and it's funny at their expense. That's the idea anyway. So,
Alright, if Darbo is here, then we can do the thing.
Yes.
So my desire would be, once we're all set, to sneak up there and cast Entangle.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do that, that would probably trigger initiative.
I would imagine, yeah. So just for those of us, including myself, who is not 100% aware, what does that do for that radius?
So for a massive radius, everyone in it has to make a reflex save or be entangled. Any attempt to move through it, or if you end your turn in it, requires saves and is generally hard.
So if you make the save, is it half speed or is it? Make the
I'll
save with normal
check.
speed?
You have to make the save pretty often.
'Cause I have a good reflex, and I can add to it. I have. Let's see how many of those uses do I have of that. I haven't used it today. Cool.
Creatures
So I can...
that... Sorry.
No, I was talking to myself. Sorry.
Yeah. Creatures that fail the save gain the entangled condition. Creatures that make their save can move as normal, but those that remain in the area must save again at the end of your turn, so me. Creatures that move into the area must save immediately. Those that fail in their movement and gain the entangled condition. Entangled creatures can attempt to break free as a move action, making a strength or escape artist check. The DC for this check is equal to the DC of the spell. The entire area of effect is considered difficult terrain while the effect lasts. So everyone is moving at half speed.
Okay, so it is difficult terrain. Okay, so what's the DC of the spell?
First level spell, so it ought to be 15.
Okay, I have a very good chance of making that. With my Charmed Life, I would have a 90-some% chance of making that.
And this is where it's irritating, because all dozen or so of those creatures kind of need to make that save.
Yeah, so, for Darby, I see.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how massive spells work.
I just gotta get everyone on the. I just gotta get them on the initiative.
Yeah.
I was looking at my sheet. Where is my token? That's my guy. I did not recognize that face anywhere.
In 5 minutes, I'm gonna have to be gone for maybe 20-ish minutes.
Oh, shit.
I'll be able to put it off if we need to, but I would want to start the 20 minutes as soon as possible. That's just me showering and stuff. Yeah.
Probably do it now then, because I'm still
Well,
working on...
it's 4 minutes away from being able to do that, so... Yeah.
Okay. So we have the plan of Entangle. I can look at this.
The thing is, especially if someone else controls Thwaugwick, with a massive combat, I'll be able to leave after my initiative and legitimately come back for...
Round 2.
Yeah, I'll try. I say 20 minutes. I'll do what I can to move fast, get it down below 15 maybe.
So that's the square you're going for.
Yeah.
So
yeah, these are just bugbears. So
a 40-minute radius gets everyone.
Yeah, looks like.
This is a stupid question, but are you incapable of a 5-minute shower?
I have obsessive compulsive disorder, so it's hard to get too low down.
Right. Yep.
10 minutes is normally my best. Maybe 7 would be my high score.
I used to do 5, but that's just literally because I just wash my hair and nothing else.
Yeah. I have to get every inch every time. Unless it's the... Normally, I would shower, go out and do whatever I had to do that day away from the house, and then come back and do the treadmill, and then shower again. That would be like a 5-minute, just rinse off, probably not use any soap. Certainly not.
He's here.
Who, Mom?
Yeah.
Yay!
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yep.
Yep. I turned on my, or not mine, my mother's Chromebook or something, and I'm talking through my phone. So.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
That works.
That's
Hopefully-
valid.
Hopefully. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. We want to have you for this combat, so.
Yeah.
It's
So,
still working
This
on
combat
updates.
will be delayed, so
Right, you have time. We're having a slow start today. A very slow start
Yeah,
today.
it's okay.
Huh.
Of all the days you could be doing slow starts, this is the best. And
So
there
what-
won't be push to talk because it's too much of a hassle on my phone. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's gonna be a lot of background noise.
We'll deal
I
with
mean,
it.
as long as it's not terrible, it's probably
Yeah.
not an issue.
Okay.
Still working on those updates for some reason.
What's your? Do you know your refund? Oh, I can look at your sheet.
There is a Tesla owner whose car he turned his car's autopilot on and then sat in the passenger seat, traveling
shit.
on main highway in the UK.
Is that legal?
He's banned from driving for 18 months now.
Yeah, that doesn't sound legal.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to drive. He'll just do it again.
Well, that's the comedic argument there.
That's really
But
funny.
you know, Tesla autopilot requires you to touch the steering wheel every so often. So he was just tapping the steering wheel.
That's pretty funny.
Huh.
So Humam, you're actually gonna have some trouble in this combat because of the entangle spell. The DC is decently high.
It's 15.
Don't I get a +2 bonus because it's from a friendly unit?
I don't think that's a
I've
thing.
never heard of that, unless you have a thing that says you do.
There's a. I think.
There was this one time where you like lowered the DC for the pit spell by 2 because it was like by.
No, there's a you get a... It's lowered by 2 if you are around the pit rather than directly in it.
Right, and also I think you can lower it to the minimum if you want to. If you intentionally lower it for everybody. I think you can
might
do
be
that.
that. Yeah, it might be that that's possible.
So, I think that makes sense.
That does.
But yeah,
So I'm running.
yeah. There's I think there's a meta magic for that. It's or something like, or a feed or
Alright.
Why did my character go into the OA of it though?
what?
Who moved my character into it though?
Into what?
Into the entanglement.
Where?
Yet.
Where?
No, it hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen. We're planning.
Yeah.
Aren't we just gonna cast it on the pit while we finish off H7?
M7, yeah.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
No,
I forgot the letter.
Yeah, you. I wouldn't have remembered that we even had a thing to do. Actually, I did. When I saw the map, that's when I remembered it. But,
This is why I put notes down. Yep.
yeah. So, but yeah, you can deal with it however you want. Just the save is going to be at least a good chance of failure for you.
Is it dispellable? Entanglement?
I don't know, but you're not going to want to go in there anyway.
Yeah, we're just gonna shoot them from upstairs
Yeah.
because we have high ground. They said.
Yeah, I'm going down there.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Do you really want to take 2d6?
What's 2d6?
2d6 is my stone call that I will be using for everything in that area of the same radius.
Fine, I will wait until after that. Then
I'm having some
since,
real
since
issues
you're
here.
just all planning, who would you all of you all allow me to play a full-blooded orc in one of your campaigns?
Mine doesn't fit currently for that.
Actually, was thinking
do
of
have a
playing an
half-orc.
orc kid.
We do have a half orc in your game, Leon. So
Oh yeah, but I mean like a fully charactered orc type would probably not fit because you're all child types.
Could be kids too.
orcs can be kids too, man. Come
yeah, if I run my campaign, I would allow it. I wouldn't disallow anything really for sort of
Your
race codes.
campaign is on Friday, so
We haven't been decided yet. If Darby really is interested in the idea, then we'll see if we can make it a Wednesday or Saturday game.
Yep, sure.
It might not be for like 6 months. Who knows? It's still in the very early planning stages.
Yeah.
You guys are all planning, and the only thing I really need to know is the Entangled DC. I'm gonna get some food and an antacid pill.
15 is the DC.
Okay. I'm gonna run that all now.
Not too bad.
Yeah. At least for the first round of it, so you know who's gonna start Entangled.
What's my bonus?
+5, I think it was.
That's
I've got
a
a
good one.
+9.
+4.
Oh,
This
I
would
actually
be
have a
good.
+2 on that because of Hardy
No, fuck it.
From
I'm going
a-
that.
from being a dwarf. So I have a +2 against spells.
Well, it looks like a good chunk of them failed.
I'm still rolling. Most of those were initiative.
Oh.
Scarvinius twice because I fucking hate it when I roll a completely different result and it's like, hey, here's the same number.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be working at all. So
Well, if he has to roll for you and you can just be here, that's better than nothing.
Okay, Bugbear makes it. Bears are making it, despite having a very tiny roll.
Oh my god. That's funny. It's still difficult terrain though, so it's still gonna be effective.
Self-driving car, XKCD.
Oh, that's funny. That is really good.
I mean, I would almost do that too, but those things have fucking cameras all over them.
Have you, oh, what's the show? Silicon Valley, have you seen that one?
I've watched some of it, but it's not. I don't know. The way they've done it is not great for me.
I enjoy it, so I like it. I'm gonna get some food while people are away.
Yeah, you've got time.
يدوبني ادرانس بحالي. Okay, I switched over to a different laptop, so we'll see how that works.
Okay.
Literally,
Still haven't
almost
stopped.
none of them failed it.
Oh, maybe they'll fail it next round.
I'm gonna get food. BRB.
Take your time.
Hi?
Hello?
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
That was quick.
Yeah. Well, I'm not completely done getting ready, but I'm close enough that I can start, by which I mean I'm butt-ass naked. But I'm changing that as we go, so we can start.
I think Darby went to go get food or something.
Okay. Do you know what the glorious thing about not having anything outside the house to do today is?
Not having to put on actual clothes?
Yes, getting to wear the comfy pants. Okay, now I have to take my
Wear
headphones.
pants? Why bother?
No pants are the best pants.
Because, no, the comfy pants are better than no pants. I'm gonna take my headphones off so I can put my shirt on.
It's a valid opinion, but agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah.
It depends. I think I tend to overheat, so I like the air circulation.
Yeah, they have to keep the house at a certain temperature for Grandma. And so it's fucking warm in here for me all the time.
I know that feeling, yeah.
I also wear deodorant because I love the smell of the deodorant that I've discovered. It smells. It's really good whilst being neither masculine nor feminine. Like, really masculine deodorant is just weird to me. Like it's like a lie or something. But really feminine deodorant is also weird. So like it's this one smell that, like I say, it's very. It is like it's Old Spice brand, as in that's the company, but it's not the classic Old Spice smell.
Yeah, classic Old Spice is weird.
Yeah, and it's super. Yeah. And it's super masculine. But they have this line of like cartoon Game of Thrones sigil animal themed deodorants. And the bear one is the body wash I like, and the wolf one is the deodorant. Specifically, the stick version of the wolf one. The spray one is different and worse. But yeah, the stick one smells like exactly what you want in a me. Like I can just sense that there are people out there crying because they're not fucking me right now. They want it. And that sense is.
I have to think that this is what high schoolers who use shit tons of Axe feel.
Yeah, this probably is. And I'm probably as wrong as they are.
I would say once you reach 18, you get a better sense of decorum in that regard.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I will admit that Axe has worked for me at least once. So, there's that.
Axe isn't bad. It's just you want one spritz. That's about it. You don't want.
Yeah.
What they show is the X and the straight across. Like you do not need that much Axe. You need and that's about it.
Well, you're not supposed to spray it directly on you either. You're supposed to walk through it or some other thing.
The way they show it on the thing, it's like a 1 second long on each like X, and then 1 second long across the stomach. And it's like, no, you do not need that much Axe.
Yeah, that's badly done. But it's good for the company. So
definitely, that's what Alka-Seltzer, plop plop, fizz. That's you don't need 2 tablets, but they trick you into using 2. And it's like, those sell by dates or use by dates, or just to let you get you to throw out the product even though it's still good.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
I once did in my Bio 100 class, I did an experiment to see what would happen if you watered plants with Alka-Seltzer. It turns out they die.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I believe it.
Who would have
So-
thought?
What is it? Viagra is apparently really good for plants, and something else is really good for plants too.
Get them stand up straight.
Yeah, basically. No joke. That's exactly what Viagra does for plants.
That's pretty fun. It's like an expensive experiment though. Aren't they like $10 a pill?
I have no idea.
That was on the Simpsons. Wiggum did a joke like these are $10 a pill, and to his wife who was totally not in the mood anymore. That was like 20 years ago, so who knows what it is now. I haven't watched Simpsons in forever.
God, I tried for the Futurama crossover. No, what was it? Family Guy crossover. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But then again, I can't watch Family Guy anymore either. So
South Park I still do watch. That's one of the only cartoon I really watch anymore. I think they kept it up pretty decently.
I haven't seen that since the Cthulhu episode.
That's a while back, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still enjoy it. It is a very it's very odd, but I'm not sure. They obviously they have a political message, but it's not always clear what it is. But it's
I've not seen it. My understanding is that they're libertarians in the third party political party sense.
That sounds about right. Which libertarian I like about half of their ideas, but then half I'm deeply I'm not on their side on.
The problem with it is that the half of their half is way too generous, because they support. Sure, they oppose sodomy laws, but they don't actually want anything to be done. They don't want anti-discrimination laws to exist. So, they're kind of only half in favor of gay rights. So, between that and the fact that they are horrible in terms of their economics, they're 1/4 good at most.
Yeah, I've seen some good things there, but it's. There are different policies. There are, let's say no. Let's stop. It's a rabbit hole. Let's not go down there. Okay, we're playing this game. Humam, are you a Humam?
I am fully operational.
Okay, and there's Darby.
75% actually.
Okay, so normal. Darby, are you? I was being generous. I was gonna say better than normal, but I was being nice.
God, I'm still destroyed by the joke you made yesterday.
Wasn't it 2 days ago?
No, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
About the 1,000 hours in Dora.
Oh, that one was yesterday. Yeah, I was thinking of a different joke.
Oh my God.
That wasn't.
I still wake up at night with cold sweat.
That was not that bad a joke.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Right, the one 2 days ago was pretty bad. I think you seemed to really get offended by that one.
Which one?
The one where this is for the Darby filler. I said I get this certain thing from a racial benefit. Then you said, shouldn't I get it too because we're all human? And I said no because I'm white.
My character is the most white in that game. What the fuck? My character is pale.
I was implying that there's the player being white has some benefit in Pathfinder.
Oh, cool.
Again, that was
that was just not understandable.
Yeah. Right. So but the joke didn't go through, but I thought it was funny, so I laughed. Which is all that's important. So I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You laugh and then you go to sleep and leave the other person, bored.
The person
can't be helped that you're not in our time zone.
What?
All right. If everybody's here, we should do the thing.
Yes. It is going.
I can't. Okay, so there's one problem. I cannot actually zoom in and out in Firefox.
What do you mean?
This is gonna be Like I'm
Wait,
using
how is
Roll20
this
in
hard
Firefox.
for you? Yeah, me too.
It's like Mozilla Firefox or something, and it's,
Yes.
when I press on the zoom thingy, like the wheel, it just gives me that thing, and it doesn't actually move it. I don't know, man. It's the first time I've used it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. The mouse wheel does not zoom in Firefox.
Not the mouse wheel, the zoom thingy.
There's a little slider.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So,
That definitely works. You may need to update Firefox, but I don't know why that would be an issue.
alright. Darby, it's not worth stopping to deal with, but I think you have the map settings wrong because
My brother is extorting me.
its concept of what 40 feet is not a Pathfinder concept of what 40 feet is.
Isn't it?
No, 40 feet radius should not be a square. But it thinks that those corners are 40 feet.
I'm sorry.
I am pretty sure you can change it from being a square to being a circle, if you're talking about auras.
No.
I just drew the lines using the ruler as a guide. It's not worth stopping to deal with right now, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's fine. I think it's fine just keeping it as is. I don't think
Yeah.
I know it's not that huge an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It failed on the first turn.
لا.
Yeah.
لك يا.
Alright. So everyone in M7 is...
كده حبيبي انت هلا ساعة يا ما قدرت تلعب. اسكت.
Okay, so radii are square, but burst radii are round.
It's not. Let's not.
Yeah, I don't think it matters enough to really care. I mean,
It's Darby's turn.
yeah.
Alright, Starvinius is going to try and figure out what the fuck's going on, so he's going to roll perception.
You
Okay.
want stealths?
Yeah, that'd be good. Do plus... Can't do it. Okay. Not gonna be nearly that good for me. Not 13. Not feeling too stealthy today.
I'm fine. Kitty fails.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. That's just a little bit outside of what they'd expect to see in the area.
Yeah. Though also remember that the DC increases for distance, so
Mhm.
Okay, I made some shady deals with my brother, and I'm back on the PC.
Okay.
What I expected to happen happened, so he doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
That's good.
He has to run out of his tent and scream, "Ambush! Somewhere! Find out where!"
and does that mean so he succeeded on his save then?
Only two of them are entangled.
Okay. It should be difficult terrain, so mind that in terms of how far he moves.
Right?
Okay. So I'm going to 5-foot step and cast Bull Strength on my kitty.
I did not roll initiative. 1 sec.
It's okay. You're gonna go lower than all of us. And Kitty himself is, and he's dropping stealth by doing this. So, relying sort of on the angle of the cliff to not be able to be subject to ranged attacks from below. Let's see, he's a 40-foot speed, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Next. actually, if you'll allow me to do so, I'd like to change that bull strength to bark skin. I'll get bull strength on him later. For now, I wanna. Or hell, bark skin lasts a long time, so I'll have just done that beforehand.
Yep.
Yeah, 10 minutes per level, so I did that before casting Entangle.
And that is the entirety of your turn.
Ought to be. Unless you'll allow me to have cast that along with a move action, just so I can be a little closer.
You can move with it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a small difference. Okay.
Bears are going to roll perception. Because they need to at least try and figure out what the fuck is going on. Nope.
I mean, Kitty broke stealth, so the DC should be rather low.
You broke stealth, but these are the bugbears, not the dudes up here.
Ah, okay.
Normal,
there's, like-
normie hobgoblins. They don't know because distance. Let's see. Algwick. Mom?
12 should get me there. That is a double movement. Actually, I'll end it here. That is my turn.
I'll go move as well to there. Before I stop, can I move through there? There's like is that enough gap to move through normally, or is that like difficult terrain or squeeze or something?
Gap?
Between M7 and the right there.
That can be squeezed through just fine.
That'd be squeezed. That wouldn't be a normal move.
Move through it just fine.
I'll move through it just fine. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Especially since you're small.
Right. That's a good point. So that would be that would probably be a little bit. I think I'm not sure that takes up less space actually, but anyway, that makes sense to allow that. I'll do my turn.
This is the same day we casted that invisibility once, right?
Ought to be.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I didn't refresh my Finash, so I think it was the same day.
Alright. Fucking the littlest goblin who thinks he's a dog. See what his perception is. It is not nearly as great. Nope. Let's see. He will take a move to go out there. He's going to leave the tent. Let's see, same with. So let's see, what perception does she have? Perception. I'm surprised. Yep. Clintock.
Um, 40 gets me there. That's it.
Her perception is actually really good. But that's not enough. Move and the tent and add the scouts to the initiative. They don't, let's see, they have perception, but it's not too good. Yeah, that's not enough still, considering distance. Okay. Turn again. Try and perceive. 24. It's per 10 feet. The DC goes up.
Yep.
You have to say it's this general sort of area, so that's plus 7 half times because it is an incline. Let's see here. That would be.
There's a tent in his way, though.
Trying to listen too.
Makes sense.
Let's see. Per 10 feet of distance. Okay. And technically the listener is distracted because of this. Oh, I need to roll their saves too.
On my turn, you'll roll more saves for them.
Let's see, distracted. Yeah, no, he doesn't make it at all. So let's see. Ones, because that would be one of the only ways that he could fail the save.
Close, but not close enough.
The bears.
Okay.
Made it. Second one makes it on the dot. Third one makes it.
These guys haven't moved. Is that on purpose?
I'll get them here in a second.
Sorry.
Because they were supposed to move. Okay. That one's not entangled. This one now is. These 4.
Gotta do a thing. Back shortly.
One I intended, so that's good. Entangled. And finally, these 2. Plus 6. Rolled the same thing. I hate fucking these algorithms sometime. So, rolling their saves. A few more are now entangled, but the entanglement has switched hands.
Okay. My turn? Hello?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cast Stone Call. I'm going to, since they're all outside, I'm going to deliberately center it to the north so that it won't get the animals. But it should get everyone else. So, no save. All of those people should take 3 points of damage. And the ground is now covered with debris. So I'll let you decide how that interacts with the fact that it's already difficult terrain. You might, the simplest ruling would just be that that doesn't stack. You might say that movement takes 4 squares instead of 2.
I'm back. What'd you do?
I cast Stone Call, and I deliberately missed the animals because I'm like that.
I don't know that you can, but okay.
40-foot radius to going up to the north there, I could miss them.
Oh, okay.
FAQ says they don't stack. The worst of the 2 effects takes precedence.
Okay, that would be the entanglement. Meanwhile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this door open?
Is.
Alright, then he's ordered to attack, so...
Okay, can I switch to the Discord app so that way I'm not cutting out?
Thought you already were.
What are you using, the browser?
Yeah, he has been for some time, but he switched to the app recently so that things would get better. Apparently not permanently, though.
I imagine that hits, so I'm gonna act accordingly.
What's the D20 for?
Attacking.
There we go.
Oh, right. Yep.
Assuming 21 hits this guy,
Yes.
10 points of damage.
Okay. He's not looking good.
Okay.
Bugbears, they're gonna try to make a perception because now there's a battle. $18. Wish to hear battle, that's a -5, but there's 7 food. I think at that point they would hear it, so the bugbear's going to point out, "Over here!" And so they know, and the bugbears are gonna start moving to that area.
Difficult terrain.
Yes, I am keeping that in mind. Dalgoic.
Would you like to roll 2 reflex saves? Because these guys finished their turn in the entanglement.
Yeah, that happens on my turn.
Oh, cool. I will cast a spell on my gnome friend, Protection from Evil, and we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should do it. And I end my turn. Kevin, have a +2 deflection bonus to AC, and have a +2 resistance bonus to against spells of the evil descriptor. The deflection is also for evil, against evil creatures. Your turn, Kevin.
Kevin?
Thought I heard him for a second.
I think he's dying.
Hmm. Hi?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
I was talking, but no one, and I wasn't muted, so there was something wrong with my microphone in Discord. Okay, I was, so here's what I want to do, and you tell me if there's a possibility or if there's a... I want to jump from here to there.
I thought you guys were gonna burn the bridge once people start getting on it.
Yeah, that was the plan. But...
I want to be down there because I'm melee, so I want to get down there.
Okay.
I can climb back out if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to jump to there. Is it the acrobatics? What would that be? Or is it even possible?
You're gonna be taking fucking massive penalties.
Well, that
We don't
is...
have a running start.
It
Nope.
isn't exactly a cross, and so...
It needs to be done as a single move action, because otherwise I can just double move there, and it would be... So, but if I can do it as a move action, I can still attack them, and that's how I want to do this turn. So my acrobatics is hefty, so I think I can do that. And I'll do a daring do.
Give me a second. I'm checking jumping.
Yeah. The DC is... It's ludicrously low.
And I have a plus 15 to acrobatics.
I think
you
you
might
will
make
succeed.
it.
So I'm going to do that.
It gets more difficult as the range.
So I'm doing it, so I'm just going to roll it and then decide if I succeed.
Well, if you decide to jump down there and then just move normally, that's a DC 20. It's a DC per 5 feet. And are you getting a running start?
No.
Okay.
Where are you
So-
actually landing, though? Here?
I either want to land here or, like, there, I guess, would work. If it would be a lower DC.
There's also fall damage to consider.
I can do down the acrobatics check to, I think, negate to not land prone.
And negate the first 10 feet.
Yeah.
Well, if you land if you land right here, you could definitely do that.
I want to land within my reach of, so either there.
You can land
Or
here
there.
with the same move action.
Is that possible? I think
Yeah.
it takes a move action, doesn't it?
The jump is a part of the move action.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so yeah, if that's possible, then I will jump there and I'll use a panache just because I'm gonna do it really like a cool. I'm gonna do a cool jump, so I'll use the panache even if I don't need it.
Power Ranger flipping?
Sure. Yes, he Power Ranger flips it
Ah!
for a 22 acrobatics low roll. So I'm glad I did spend it. 22 hopefully makes it, and then
That's enough to get you here, and that's only 10 feet. So I have to see what the check to resolve falling and such is.
Okay. So a little gnome, just from a stand, not even a running start, just from a standstill, just does a flipping jump, double flip, and lands within 10 feet of this guy, or lands on here and then runs in and he's gonna attack. Let's see
I
how
have a
much.
question. What's your base move speed?
30.
20. Oh.
Oh yeah, he took that alternate trait. Awesome. Okay. All right, so you go there and you're attacking?
Yeah. Do I take any damage for that?
No.
Okay. I will attack then. 17 to hit.
Let me check here, Bugbear. That hits.
4 plus 2. So that will do 15 damage.
15? Okay. Since he took damage from the one the earth call thing.
Awesome. So I get my panache back.
Cool.
So it stays the same. Okay. That is my turn.
Dog Boy next.
Okay. Alright, since he has an idea what's going on, he's going to start making his way up as well.
Emo
Net.
Goblin for the win.
He's entangled.
And that's all he can move?
He's entangled? Question mark.
Oh, oh yeah. So does he get another save?
He uses a move action to make either a strength or escape artist check with a DC equal to the DC of the save.
Okay. Let's see, what is his skills? Oh wow, he can do this. 24.
Yeah, he wins. So as a move action, he's out. The stuff is still difficult terrain, but other than that, he's fine.
Okay. Skinder now knows where things are, so... Bop. Flintock.
Assuming you two have that, I'm going to move. 20 is here, and I'm stone calling. Where's the thing? Here gets everything.
Remember that I'm going to try to use calm animals later.
Here gets everything except the animals.
Yeah, okay. So, I'll roll 2d6, I guess. Okay, everything takes 7.
Alright.
Except the animals, apparently.
Okay, let's see. Alright, several things are still up, but several things are not looking good. Now let me get some slightly different music here. Okay. Yeasty.
Do you take a penalty on calm animals if they're just hurt in general, or do they have to know it was you that did the thing?
I actually looked it up, and no take-backsies, but apparently it doesn't have a mechanical effect like I thought it would. Still, from a role-playing standpoint, I mean, I'm gonna try to befriend them later, so...
Yeah, sure, I totally understand, but...
So if they have a sense that we hurt them, then...
From a role-playing standpoint, I probably think you're doing it because we're gonna eat them later.
Okay. She's gotta drink a potion before she moves.
I don't actually know what those animals are, so that's probably not the correct statement.
No.
Scouts. 1 second, let me measure up stuff. He's stuck in the corpse square for his turn.
So I have a question for classes that have like extracts and potions in them. Do you have to make like a move action to take out the potion, then a standard action to drink it, or you can just drink it as a standard action?
Oh, the extracts?
Extracts are standard actions.
Okay, cool.
Potions are move in standard. And
Oh.
I see you moving entangled people.
Oh yeah, they got... 1 second. Never mind, he doesn't get the move then.
17 is good enough. 13
Okay.
is not.
person stuck up here then.
I think there's already a guy in this square.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, but it's a
taking penalty.
corpse. Not good enough.
There we go. Scarvinius himself, he now knows where shit is. That's all you can move to. You might want to try and fuck him up before he gets into your full range, just being a nice dude, because he looks extremely scary. Like, probably one of the scariest bugbears you have ever seen. He looks like he could swallow you whole, Kevin. And then digest your bones slowly as a form of self-torture just to make himself feel more badass.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
So, my turn.
Your turn.
So, everyone saves. While that is happening, I'll have given Marshmallow in order to attack, so I'm going to make some of those rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Should tell Marshmallow to 5-foot step here after he attacks.
We'll see what the result of the attack is before I make that decision. Because I might step inside and start clawing the other guy. So, bite for 8.
Okay.
Is this guy still up?
Let me see. Nope.
5-foot step. Claw. Claw.
Multiple difficult terrains do stack. And I don't care about it now. I was looking if there was actually something worse, but in the future.
So, I assume does 13 and 16 hit?
Hey, it's a Kevin.
Yes, 16 does.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
9 damage.
Yep.
Okay, that dude's still up.
Alright. And as for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
So how did multiple?
Stuff has to make saves now.
So how did the multiple difficult terrain stack?
You multiply additional costs. It's to the terrain, not a division of your speed. So each tile costs more instead of the speed reduction.
Okay. So that'd be to 3 by default, I think, right?
There's 3 effects granting difficulty right now.
So.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so it'd be 6 times difficult terrain.
So that's about 1 square of movement for each of them. 15 is the magic number.
I know. Scarvinius does not give a shit. Okay, and Bugbear's turn.
If Leon is right, apparently they can only move 1 square at a time, most of them.
Yeah. I should suggest that there's a bit of interpretation here. So, it's not a big deal for this, and then we can talk about it after the fact. Because it talks about multiple conditions applying, not multiple of the same condition. which I would say is just about the same thing. So like there's difficult terrain, there's obstacles and poor visibility.
I think we're stressing Darby out.
Fucking great. There's no point to this entire encounter.
Well, as we've been saying, run it as you've been running it, just discussing it for future.
I mean, it's not as though it's not as though we just braze past this. Like we did.
But you do. There's no fucking casters with these guys. There's no way to counter this.
Well, I mean, we did good thinking, and that's why we got past it relatively easily.
Yes, but there still should be at least a little bit of challenge.
I disagree. The challenge was in preparation.
Yeah.
If we didn't prepare properly, then we'd be
and
fucked.
Also, the hobgoblins fucked up by cornering themselves like this. So let's just proceed with this situation as it's wound up being.
All right, Thalgoic, your turn.
I would like to.
Not that they need
1
casters.
sec.
They've got crossbowmen there.
Actually, that's just because that's one of the only fucking hobgoblin things I could find.
We'll move inside, provoking once. Go ahead and take the attack. If you're not attacking, I am. An 8 does not hit. That is my turn.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard me about the attack of opportunity, but let's just keep going.
No, I didn't.
Well, if you want to go ahead and take it from this guy, does not hit, keep going.
My luck.
Okay, I think there's someone alive in that square. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or wait, I don't know. Move it to back, Darby.
What?
Move this token to back so that we can see if there's something behind there. I think that guy actually wasn't tangled, so it turned out he couldn't move there.
There was
a guy
someone
there. Yep.
Okay.
So that would be 17 to attack for. What would that be?
There are two guys there.
So I'll attack one. 17 for 19 damage.
Okay. Let me fucking reset. Okay. 19 damage. All right. That kills this guy immediately.
Okay, I gain panache. Back to full. So he's not dead, by the way. It's down by non-lethal, so he's still.
Oh.
For purposes of things.
Not for long.
And okay, so how are we ruling the actual movement in the entangled areas?
Well, I guess
one
as
difficult terrain.
per the rules. Yeah.
So I just so you know, because I could move in theory, and I just wanted to know the rules.
Yeah, unless Darby wants to change it now, then we'll do it as we've been doing it.
I think you're doing alright there. Like bottlenecking them. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan to begin with, so...
Yeah, we'll stick with that. I'll stay here, no matter what, then.
Make them come to you. It's fine.
Okay. So that'll be my turn, then.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's just move him here, and that's apparently all he could do. Skinder going to attempt to move. Okay.
So there's mana magic feats that increase the area of effects. Are there ones that reduce it?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. Why would you ever want to do that?
To exclude your allies.
Actually, just selective.
There's a
at that
meta
point.
magic feat just to exclude your allies.
Yeah, that makes
Selective,
sense.
yeah.
I suppose.
Alright, we're gonna do another Stone Call.
Okay.
That
Roll
is
the
last
damage.
of that level spells. Let's see here. D6s. Oh, one too many. Take 9.
Triple kill.
And you said you didn't
Ooh,
care
I got
about the
another one.
animals either?
was-
I'm specifically dodging them because I've been told to.
Yes. I think this is gonna be a legit kill tack. We're gonna get recon armor.
Ultra kill. Rampage, holy shit, dude.
1 second. Let me
Glorious
check.
planning.
Let me check the fucking. He's still up. Okay, they're still up. And crunch.
So this was a Kilimanjaro. I just looked it up. This was a Kilimanjaro. Wait,
Fuck yeah.
no, I'm wrong. So wait, so 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So
Is it the
that's
Killpocalypse?
yes, it is a kill apocalypse.
Yeah!
Where did you find these things?
The Halo Wikia.
1 second.
Most games don't cover higher than 5. Halo definitely does.
Yeah. It's double kill, triple kill, overkill, killtacular, killtrocity, Kilimanjaro, killtastrophe, killpocalypse, and Killionaire.
Okay, let's see. In Unreal Tournament, it goes double kill, multi-kill, mega kill, ultra kill, monster kill, and in earlier editions of Unreal Tournament, and also I think Counter-Strike, if you go to 7, it's ludicrous kill, and then 8 is the announcer just fucking loses it and just says, "Holy shit."
Yeah, I remember that.
So somewhere out there, one of the gods just peers over and goes, "Holy shit!"
It's Gorham, of course. Like, Gorham is the one who would be the first-person shooter narrator.
Big sexy Iron Man.
This kind of thing probably happens often enough. There are smart people in the world.
There's also people who can drop bigger spells on entire towns and literally reduce an entire population of hundreds to screaming, smoldering corpses.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time they're corpses, they're not screaming anymore.
Yeah,
He reanimates them just to scream and be stuck in eternal torment.
That's like a
or they
4th
could
level spell.
have like gas escaping. They can have gas escaping from their corpses. So they see them like they're screaming. There you go, pumpkin.
BAM! Look at that human bacon!
Bacon is sinful.
Uh-huh.
Are you absolutely halal?
No,
Okay, that's the
because
first time I've
bacon
heard
is
that term used like that. I've heard of haram, not halal.
halal is the
It's-
opposite of
it's-
haram.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
haram
okay.
and halal.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, my yeah. It's you
Go
have
ahead
to
and tell
kill
us your understanding.
you have to kill the animals in a certain way and until modern technology came along, it amounted to torturing them to death.
That is quite definitely not what is happening. I've been to many slaughterings. It seems really painful, and it is, probably. But they're definitely not torturing them.
Really painful is probably the definition of torture in this case.
They, like,
There's
slit their
definitely-
throats and let them die slowly, is, I think, how it works.
That's it. Which is not really torture?
Yeah, there's like one brief bit of pain, and then you just slowly lose sensation.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
make a good point.
No, I think the wound continues to hurt that whole time.
Well, of course, getting cut's gonna hurt, but as you slowly lose sensation, it's fucking. I've been cut pretty bad before, but literally, I just kind of walked it off for a while. Spar for the extreme blood loss. Fucking, it's probably the same sort of pain.
I mean,
yeah,
it would
well,
be
when you're
animal.
upside down, you're not going to feel it anyway.
Like,
Yeah.
it would be animal cruelty if someone in America tried to do it.
Well, the only difference between that and the way most slaughterhouses do it, you know, is that the animal is actually dead first.
Well, right, they stun them. And you can stun them and do it in a halal way without doing it without without causing them a lot of pain. But you know, only in the West do they bother with that.
You know,
because
all
they
these
have
arguments
to.
are just reinforcing the idea that I want to eventually shed my mortal form and become an emotionless robot in the future.
We welcome everybody in this club, so don't worry.
So anyway,
Oh, Mom, you're far too whiny to be emotionless.
Oh no, this is just an act, so don't worry.
so yeah. Anyway, Yisti's turn, and she's just kind of like, oh fuck. At this point, she's gonna try to escape and just run away because there's fucking no point.
Is
Problem-
the commander going to yell at her and tell her not to?
The problem with running away,
Yeah, there's a minefield, so she's gonna
Yeah.
have to slowly
Yeah.
try and get around that.
yeah,
Actually, no, she's
yeah.
gonna she's gonna down another potion and like move here.
The module probably says if they know where the mines are. If-
Yeah.
And robot.
They switch them, but they have.
No, I heard that.
Cool. I met him.
I got just
Fuck,
enough
one
of that
too
to
many
get
sex
the
robots.
joke, but you're still a robot.
You
You
so.
say I fucked. I am the sex robot
That's how you became one.
who's in fuck other sex robots to enlighten them with memetics.
This is bringing back weird movies.
Anyway. And that's probably why I'll never get the DM Eclipse phase. Anyway, so, yeah, considering that she's not gonna try it, there's no fucking scouts left because you
There's
completely
one guy
doesn't.
here.
And yeah, there's this guy. He should get a turn.
Alright, he's going
I
to
think we
attempt
skipped
to.
it 3 times, actually.
He's going to attempt to attack the kitty.
No.
Okay, he fails. Your turn. Everybody Wing Chun tonight.
All right. Well,
I feel like we missed the big boss.
Hey, guess what,
He's
motherfuckers?
still alive for a
He's
reason.
finally entangled.
yeah, he has a lot
Well,
of HP.
you
is
wanna
what it
know
is.
why? Because he's fucking level 7!
Yeah, he has a lot of HP.
Level 7, and you think this is going to be an easy encounter. Yep.
So
Well, the thing is, fucking...
We are undermanned, and he is still alive. As well as some of his,
Literally everything except him and maybe Yisti is fodder compared to them.
They're
Like-
meant to be, though. That's the point.
Even the bugbears are fucking fodder.
Mm-hmm.
technically all the bugbears are dead too, so I gotta remove them from the initiative.
So I move in this away. This is a double. Or no, I don't want to move there. I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my kitty is going to full attack.
Completely
Bite.
forgetting about the animals.
Claw. So my kitty scored a full attack on this guy.
Okay.
So
All of them hit.
That's a successful full attack means big damage. So Kitty sinks his teeth into him, gets both claws in there, and then gets his rear claws in for the rake and just spreads everything out while ripping at his flesh.
I've got a better idea. You turn away for a moment, you hear a sploosh, and the cat doesn't even know what happened, but the goblin is now a puddle of blood.
Okay.
Like the cat, like your kitty just kind of looks at you, just like he gives you a Scooby-Doo face.
Yeah.
I don't know, Flock.
I pet him
Something about you're
quietly,
not supposed
intending
to
to
eat
get
the
him
bad
speech
guys.
therapy.
Anyway,
So that's my turn.
okay. Alright, that'll go Ick.
I move here, and then I will acid splash. Nope. Actually, yeah, I will not do anything at all. Cast a spell on myself, and that is all.
Okay. Mylock.
Is there anyone in the Square of Doom at the moment?
Square of Doom. Let's see, there's the two animals, there's fucking the goblin that thinks he's a dog, there's the alchemist. Oh, the Square of Doom there. No, there's no one there. I'm just gonna move the fucking corpse.
Then, in that case,
Keep in
I
mind
get-
you'll take stone cold damage if you move into it.
it's once
No.
only. It's once only.
It only happens once.
But the difficult terrain
Oh
lasts
yeah,
forever.
you're right.
So I'm going to move in. I will use my panache since I don't have anything else to use it for. There's a +4 to the save. 22 reflex.
You win.
So 5, 10, 15. And it's my half speed. And then I will single attack the big guy.
Okay.
Cool.
He's entangled, so that should be hurting him.
And I will use a panache point. Yeah, that wasn't panache. That was charm life. That's not. Let me. Actually, I had to double check something really quick. If charm life is an action. It's immediate action before attempting a saving throw. So that would be my stuff. So I can't do
Yeah.
that. Okay. So I can't use my other thing. So that'll be normal attack then. 26 to hit, probably hits.
Yes.
13 plus 4 plus 2. 19 damage.
Okay. Alright, he's still up.
That's my turn.
And Skinder's dead, so. You can pretty much just move there.
I think we're playing it at least I was playing it as we hit only one difficult terrain instance was there.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I could have jumped there if that would have made sense. I could have done that.
I think I want to go. 40 is there. So next. Oh, I'm gonna focus on the red guy for any painful stare shit that goes on.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Yisti's turn. She is going to... Does she have the range increments to do this? She could do it after fucking moving, so it's all good. She's going to move here, and she is going to throw a bomb at you, Mylock.
Okay. Is it just going to touch?
Ew, my luck also need... Or, no, he made the save, never mind.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see here.
And I added 4 to that in case you it matters.
Scatter
probably
rules
doesn't
are
hit you.
being-
No, my touch is definitely higher than that. Let me look at what it actually is. 17.
So they both will take splash damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is that reflex save or it just happens?
I think splash is a reflex for half. Not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Leon, do you know?
What?
Bomb damage, is it splash, is it reflex or does it just happen?
I think it just happens.
Okay.
So, and how much is it? Half or what's
The
the
minimal.
minimum?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, assuming you rolled a 1 on each die.
Okay, let me see here. What would that be? So that's 6 cold damage.
Okay.
Those caught in the splash damage can attempt a reflex save for half damage.
Oh shit. I'm
DC
wrong.
10, DC 10 plus half the level plus intelligence.
Well, it has been a while since I played that.
I'm not gonna use it. I'll use a charm for that. Why not? So that will be 17 reflex.
Okay.
You also have a +2 because she's evil.
It's not a spell though. I don't think.
I
This
think
is
it's
so
just effect.
trivial.
It's an ability.
Effects. Yeah. So yes, that probably would make it 19.
You make it. You
So
know,
I'll take
you want to
3.
know what I feel about this entire encounter?
What's
He
that?
just died, didn't he?
No. Who has music
Welcome to
on?
the world of GMing.
I heard something.
I don't recognize it if it's a reference.
I
SpongeBob?
know I've heard it before.
Yes.
I think it's
Ah.
SpongeBob. Yeah, it's SpongeBob.
I mean, it definitely wasn't a walk in the park. Could have been significantly worse if we had not planned.
Literally, without your spells, only Scarvinius and the Alchemist were of any serious threat.
They still haven't dealt damage, so they're not threats.
Okay,
This music only reinforces my point!
so...
You chose
That's why
the
you-
music.
So is he
You
down
chose
then?
the music. No.
Okay. Well, this guy gets a chance to do something on his turn to me. This is your chance. Take it. Have him do something cool.
He needs to break out of the entanglement, according to his
I was
icon.
entangled. Oh fuck.
I mean, that's a move action, so if he could do that, then he would have to take another move action to get up to you unless he has a reach weapon, so...
Fuck. Did you do saves on your turn? I don't remember
He
that
didn't.
happening.
So, yeah, we can do that. Give him a save to see if he saved last time.
He
He wins. Yeah.
So move action to get close to me.
Yeah. He can't
Yep.
5-foot step through difficult terrain, but he can move to it.
27 to attack for attack of opportunity. For 13 plus 4 plus 2.
Why does he provoke by moving into your square? Into...
Because you can't 5-foot step.
Yeah.
And I have a reach weapon.
Oh, right. Yeah, that.
So 19 damage, assuming 27 hits.
It does.
Reach in difficult terrain is very nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So he gets there and he's going to attempt to hit you with his short sword.
Oh, right.
I mean, if he's level 7 and if he has a couple of bugbear hit dice, it might be pretty bad.
26.
That does hit.
Yeah, that's up threatening our pay grade.
Actually, oh shit.
Does hit. You only see is 23.
24, 25 with the deflection bonus. So I was just double checking. Yeah, that does hit by 2.
You take 9 damage.
A mighty blow, to be sure. Actually, below around half health now. So
Damn.
Were you down before?
a little bit of cold damage.
Ah.
I mean, we're level 4. I don't have all the health in the world.
Alright. Well, both of these people, and both of these people, and these critters down here all need to make reflex saves.
Okay.
How many charms lives do I have left?
You've used 2.
Yeah, I have 1 left, it looks like.
Apparently it is International Tabletop Day, and
Yeah.
Claws, a 5th edition side trek, is free all weekend. I
That
have no idea
reminds
what that
me,
is, but
fucking an hour and a half away from here, as the crow flies, is quote unquote the only gaming convention that is directly within the Columbia River Gorge. It is in the Dalles, and it is called Wagon Con in honor of the Oregon Trail.
oh, that could be cool.
Okay, so 22 makes it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use... This is great thinking music.
Give it away.
So yeah, I think I'm going to trade Magic Fang in for a Summon Nature's ally.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Which will be some kind of flying animal that I'll place here, and whose primary job will be to provide flanking for my luck.
Okay, appreciated.
Meanwhile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, we're gonna venture in.
Oh, okay.
Decent reflex save?
I'll check if I have a horrible reflex save before venturing in.
Yeah, I would double check that. I only did because I have a pretty good chance of making it. So.
My
Check your reflex privilege, Kevin.
My reflex save is... My reflex save is, not good enough to go in, so I'm just gonna be there.
In case of emergency.
Yeah, already in action to attack. And, like I say, me proper is summoning.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. You said you want a winged creature.
I'm gonna be looking up the Summon Nature's Ally list.
It'll be next turn. It's a full round.
Yeah.
Okay. Dalgoic.
I would like to acid splash this guy. There's a -4 on the attack. Does he have the goblinoid subtype?
Yeah.
Cool. So 12 with a -4. That's 8 to touch.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make it.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attempting a reflex save. I fail. I'm entangled.
Okay.
Alright. Assuming that's your turn. Yeah, I will attack, and I will spend a panache point to double my panache, I can't remember what it's called, precision damage.
Okay.
22 to hit
All right.
for 20 damage.
Okay. He's not looking too good. Why is it on repeat?
Even
What
better.
the fuck?
So I slashed him across the thighs with actually I would have had to I would have had to move there. I would have spent the move action to shorten my grip. So now it's in melee range. I would have done. That's what I would have done. So I wouldn't have to provoke. So it's now a regular 5-foot reach until I say otherwise. Until I do the other action. Okay, that's what I heard.
Okay. And did you do reflex saves on my turn?
I did. I got a 22.
Okay.
I did not use Charmed Life.
Did Darby?
I
I'm half tempted to just not to because they're so fucked anyway. It doesn't matter.
Do it.
No, you're not my dad.
They should be able to move. If they have a chance, they should be able to do stuff. I mean, a double move would get them to me, so they could theoretically swarm me and do stuff.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
She's gonna move here because that's will do. Fucking.
That is good enough.
They had good bonuses too, so.
Yeah, I mean, they were just rolling really high at the beginning, and then I guess lower in the middle.
10, I'm assuming, doesn't hit your touch.
No.
Okay, misses and scatters. Reflex save for half you and Humam.
Okay. Let's see.
I will. I won't use Charmed Life on this one either. 16. That might not make it. Oh, 18.
Make it.
18 with the Humam's thing.
Okay, Humam,
minus
you
12.
take. Okay, so you take 3 cold damage, and what's the save effect?
Do I need one?
No.
Okay.
Whatever, you just both take 3 cold damage.
Okay, I took that. Not looking great, but I'm still up.
No, it's your turn. Oh wait, no.
No, it was. Yeah, we're going back a little bit. Yeah.
I skipped Clintock. What you gonna do?
I can shoot him. So, actually, I'm gonna aim for that person instead. Because Kevin can probably cover them. So, I'm gonna aim for her, and... What?
Weren't you gonna have them double move? I mean, they barely moved. These guys.
That was... Well, using the whole thing that we were mentioning earlier, the most they do is just double move to get there.
I think that's... I like that better. I mean, otherwise this is just a tactic we use all the time. I think it gets really cheesy. Just to double terrain them, and then, it just seems a little like a cheesy tactic.
It would be cheesy if we did it more than once. Ever.
Yeah. So I'd say, since we want to use double terrain in the future, just have it be one and done.
I'm waiting for any stronger emotional reactions to the words you are speaking with heavily bated breath.
Alright, so I'm gonna shoot her. Does a 21 hit her?
Damn good shot, you do.
Okay. So she takes 16.
Should we take back the damage then? Since her turn is after his?
I'm just gonna say she threw it as she died, because fucking I don't care.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's just see if it's good. He's going to full attack you, and he's dual wielding.
I could actually be knocked down by this, so...
Finally, some serious threat in the entire fucking encounter.
AC 26.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to also argue that we couldn't do this so often anyway, because, I mean, this is the perfect situation for it. They're such a large radius that it's damn near impossible to get into a fight with them while that shit happening. This is the perfect storm for those effects to happen.
426 AC. What the fuck?
You roll real badly on 2, and then you do roll good on your secondary ones generally. So, yeah, that was just unfortunate. Did we lose a Darby?
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, it's just unfortunate rolls, but yeah.
A number of reflex saves are to be made.
Here you go. Mine
2.
22.
22 is good enough.
29.
Okay.
And it looks like the enemies make it too.
Dalgoic.
I am not in tag. Yeah, I think you skipped a few.
Yeah. So, I finished summoning. I want a Sturge.
Good
Okay.
choice.
Sturge, it makes a touch attack to attempt to... It's a tiny beast, so in order to threaten, it needs to be in his square, so I'm just going to summon it to be there. He will,
Was there not like a bird or something?
Sturge is an awesome choice.
Yeah, and I'm about to show you why. So he's going to the Sturge is going to make a touch attack.
Okay.
Here, so that he'll be flanking. Since he's coming at it from the opposite side. And so this 11 versus the Bugbear's touch.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Let me see. Nope, it does not.
Alright, then the Sturge is just here. Like, technically in his square, but, like, yes, to flank with Mylock. So Mylock also has flanking now.
Thank you very much.
So is it actually 13, not 11?
Yeah, it would be.
Still doesn't hit his touch.
I think he already got.
Yeah, I took that into account.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, I saw 11 on the...
Okay. I will buy myself... Actually, I'm going to give guidance.
Smart. Yeah.
Okay.
Does Kitty want to do anything?
Kitty does not have a good reflex save, so Kitty is going to delay.
Okay. Dalgoic.
How many squares can I move in a single move action?
2 for a single move action.
1, 2, and single attack. 19.
19. Nope.
Oh damn.
Awesome.
My
Well,
lock.
that is my turn.
I will. Yeah, I'll attack the red dude. Because he
Okay.
is pretty nasty. 25 to hit. Oh, I was adding up the damage, and I wasn't paying attention to that. So yeah, I would. So I think I did do the double damage for Panache, so they'll just negate that choice. Even if it wasn't necessary, I would have done that. Just because scaring me. That's our turn. Is there a better positioning for me to be in?
Not really.
Just let it go, man.
Yeah, we'll go with that then.
Where's this fucker's stats? Okay.
Darby, rest assured, I know exactly how you feel.
Yes, and it was on a Christmas game.
No, every time we do Hell's Rebels.
Yeah, that's what I got from his.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, no, the problem here is that this is the final fucking encounter of the first book.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, welcome to his club, dude.
I mean, we do this shit all the time. It's called tactical planning.
Mm-hmm.
It's very normal.
Do your turn.
Oh shit.
Do your turn so that way I can go take a 5-minute break and watch a video of Swedish police officers shooting a rabid pit bull.
Good God.
Oh,
That's a downer.
yeah.
Do your turn. Remember, you have guidance.
Leon, it's your turn.
I thought it was somebody else's turn.
We
Okay.
don't play it.
The initiative counter was on your square, not anyone else's!
Yeah. That, I can't do much about this, though. So I moved there, and I'm gonna shoot him. Guidance gives me 1, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. 13 probably doesn't do it.
I don't know, he is a fucking goblin.
I don't
It
think
doesn't.
should.
It doesn't hit. There's a -4 for melee.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yep, it doesn't.
Alright. So Sturge is gonna now try to bite the goblin.
Okay,
The Sturge is flying, so entanglement shouldn't be a problem.
it's not for the Sturge, it's for the goblin.
Yeah. I'm just saying why I'm not making a save. Here's a touch attack against yonder goblin.
Let me see, that probably, yeah, that does.
So he takes 1 point of constitution damage, which
Okay.
either has no effect or causes him to go down by his hit dice, and he probably needs to make a fortitude save against the disease. Let me see.
Okay,
He has a 10% chance. It's not worth dealing with. He has a percentage chance of being exposed to a disease. But it's not going to happen here. He's not going to be around long enough. So, 2, 3, 4. Guidance. Kitty doesn't feel any differently than he did.
I'll go end my suffering.
I move in and I attack, hopefully ending your suffering. I do not end your suffering. I'm sorry.
That movement would provoke, though, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we would. Go ahead.
I would say you can go there if you want. That wouldn't provoke.
I want to flank.
He misses.
Yeah.
Ah.
Let's get going.
Okay. My turn. I'll double the precision damage and hopefully end the suffering.
Well, of course you are. You hit like a fucking truck.
14 doesn't confirm, I'm guessing.
You know what? It fucking does.
Really?
Your love is like a dump truck. It's big and ready to fuck.
8 plus 2.
How do you kill this little fucking gross dog-like goblin, which I gave way too handsome of an icon?
Okay, with 41 damage, I will, with my non-lethally, I will jump from my entangled position, stab it in the head, swing around the body, kind of like cutting a spiral, and then land where I was standing.
All right.
Sturge glares at you for killing its meal.
You have to kick off the face of the Sturge to get halfway around.
Yeah, that actually would require checks.
I'll avoid the Sturge is like tiny. I'll avoid the where area where the Sturge is, like in the spiral down.
Mm.
All right.
Do you want to just give the animals surrender, or do you want us to kill the animals?
No, their explosive collars detonate.
Oh shit!
Thank you so much.
Wait, what?
Damn.
No, I'm just being a dick. Anyway, they're fine.
Alright, so, with that, I'm gonna tell the Vines, I'm gonna ask the Vines from Entangle to please, part the way for me. I don't know that I can really do that. In fact, I probably can't.
What's the duration of it?
It's enough
The
that I
stone calls rounds per level, so
If it's rounds per level, we were like here for 11 rounds or something. Not 4.
I feel like it might be minutes per level.
It's
but,
it's minutes per level, but it's dismissible. So
yeah. So I will dismiss. I'll let everyone kind of get up, and I'll dismiss it once we're healed up and stuff. And I will go over to.
stone call duration is round, so that those stones would be gone by now.
yeah. So long term we were doing it right,
Yeah.
but short
Yeah.
term we need to
So I'm going to use calm animals on these two. We need to see, depending on how many hit dice they have, I might not be able to get both of them. If I can't, I will target the bear, because bears are scarier than wolves.
Oh, is that what that is? Holy shit.
What? This, or what you're turning into, or?
So I'm using calm animals on the animals.
Okay.
I can only get a certain number of hit dice. This is my priority because I'm pretty sure it's a bear.
No, it's a warg.
Okay, then it's not an animal at all then. So,
I'm just gonna say it runs into the minefield because I really don't fucking care.
alright. So this one then, I will probably be able to get it. I can get at least 6 hit dice of creatures. It needs to make a will save.
Okay.
Does it seem to be inhibited by that pen?
No,
Okay.
it actually kind of like the goblin that you killed.
Well, it's calmed now. So speak with animals, and I'm going in there for a wild empathy.
Hmm. All right.
That's my attempt.
That's honestly enough. He's fine.
All right. So I pet him, and that would maybe, depending on what his attitude was before, would potentially improve it. If he was unfriendly before, then it probably just doesn't change. Because he probably has low enough charisma that doesn't make it worse.
Hmm.
So, I try it. I continue because my thing lasts maybe a little bit. Yep, I'm not really making progress. But through speak with animals, I'm kind of trying to make friends with them. There we go. So after maybe 10 full minutes of conversation, I would improve his attitude to make him probably indifferent toward me. No, definitely indifferent. I ask him if he can live on his own if I send him out to just be a wolf.
He just kind of gives an empathic nod.
All right. I give him some pats. I'll use handle animal to.
Okay.
Please tell me he runs towards the mine and just.
I
blows
warn
up.
him about those. I tell him to take the stairs because the other way is dangerous.
Hmm.
That would have been so funny.
Also, he saw the warg explode in that direction, so.
All right. So yeah, probably want loot. Let me get this fucking shit.
One thing to keep in consideration is the main guy, the Green Goblin, and like one or two others were hit with some non-lethal, so they're still like alive, probably.
I don't know if I have the heart to roleplay right now.
That's
Okay.
fine. We can save it or just not do it at all. I mean, I'll skip. We'll assume I can't do the. I tried but failed to get them to the path of good, and we'll just do a straight interrogation if they give any information for us. If you want to skip that, that's up to you.
Let me read the fucking thing for his shit. Let's see here. Is there any information on if he says anything?
So I used all of my spells in this one encounter.
Yeah, and like I'm down to like about a third health or so. So I mean, and if we didn't play smart, I would have been knocked down almost certainly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And there was lucky rolls in there that I mean, if he easily could have knocked me down with that full attack, just having to roll my way. So it was a combination of luck and smart tactics that saved us. But I could have been killed that time. Given the things I do with my normal. That's not the smartest of tactics, personally.
Yeah. I mean, I thought this was pretty epic, to be honest.
I thought it was great. Yeah, I understand from a GM perspective it might not be fun, but you gave us a good experience, so that's good.
I did no damage.
Well, you just suck, so that's not my fault.
Yeah, that's probably it. There's like these sessions where I'm like a boss in a game, and there's others that I literally can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard. It's hard to be harder to be a dual purpose character like a cleric. Also, melee. It's not always the easiest thing to pull off.
Yeah, this was the perfect storm to use those.
Yeah, there's no fucking listing of information that he can really give.
Okay, so we assume that we interrogated him, didn't give us anything of note, and then we'll just take loot and be done with this part. And I'd be happy to continue, but if you don't have the heart for it, I understand.
Yeah.
The only other things you could do is look through the rest of the forest at this point. I don't really have this is where the book ends. There's no information on what happens after it, and as
Did you not read the other books?
fucking I started, and then other shit happened. My job got in the way.
Yeah. So
things happen.
I mean, the other thing is to go over and check out those other two things, but that can be later. That can be if Darby's not into it, and also I can
do the other ones, but yeah.
Darby doesn't have the heart, it kind of won't be very good anyway.
Yeah.
If his heart's not in it.
Maybe we should
we
take
have
the
on the
other
big
road.
map otherwise?
Let's see.
I think we still have M. Or is this M? This is M.
This is M.
Cool.
But I don't have the map in front of me, so I couldn't tell you.
No.
We still have G2. We still have G2 and G4.
Do you have this shit written down or something?
No, there's a map in the journal.
Oh. That's really useful.
Right, I remember that.
Wow!
That's very nice. Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff that's done like the south east we've done. But I think some of the stuff that's in the west is still to be done.
Which one is K? Is our camp, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we could do F2, G2, and
1 second. So as you go through the camp, I'm gonna need perception checks.
okay.
Okay, that's something I can do.
That's one thing I can. I suck. Never mind.
Okay,
Why do I
that's
suck so
enough.
much?
19. So Leon's best of 24 so far.
Bonus is
Yeah.
higher than.
Okay, so searching the camp, you find there's leather pouches concealed in some of the
31.
bedrolls.
Holy shit!
So
Nice.
in 4 bedrolls, you find 25 GP, and amongst them a folded parchment, which has some magical-looking scribblings on it.
Anybody got to read magic?
I feel
Not
like
it.
I don't think so.
Okay. So you find 2 wooden chests in the one in M4, and you can attempt to bust those open if you'd like.
So let's check them for
Sure.
traps.
Okay.
Perception for traps, 27.
Oh wait, you got her key, so all right,
Cool.
you get the first one without any issue. So from the first chest, you find this, lots of poison, and in the second chest, let's see. All right, so those ones you can roll the that one you can roll the disabled device. Okay, 20. That's not
No,
disabled.
we don't have disabled device. I smash it open.
Okay, you just smash it open.
I have to be a little more careful in case there's vials and such.
Okay, does it have a keyhole, or how can we?
There's a keyhole. You could dribble a little acid into it.
Here's a scouting key, 25.
Cool.
Okay.
So it works probably.
So what you find?
Scouting key for the win.
There we go. You find a good amount of eel hide and a thing of dark wood.
That's very strange.
Is eel hide? What kind of material is that?
It's latex.
Yeah, no, actually, on top of things, if I ran that entirely like it was written, he wouldn't have actually even gone after you until things started looking like a loss.
Yeah,
what would he have
sometimes the
been
APs
doing?
are a little dumb.
Okay, let's see here.
So, is that just from the chest, or is that including the stuff off the bodies?
This is
the
including
bodies
the
was
chest.
the first comment from what I noticed.
Okay, in Scarvinius's thing, you find the following. You find a bunch of masterwork weapons. So you got a key from Scarvinius, and he's inside the locked chests inside his place. You find the camp's treasury and payroll, which most of it you recognize stolen from Feindar.
taking
Yeah.
that shit.
I find my lucky coin that I spent on liquor a few weeks ago.
Okay, let's see here.
I called dibs on one of those GPs.
Okay.
All right, so important shit starts happening because it turns out the third chest is full of a bunch of important stuff. Let's see here. So you got a lot of promotions you can throw around.
That's good.
Okay.
That's not very useful.
Because the third chest is a collection of personal items looted from the town, most trinkets worth a few coppers, if anything, such as small paintings, wooden carvings, bits of beaded jewelry, shoe buckles, and pottery worth a total of 300 gold. Most of the owners of these belongings are, however, dead, killed during the Night of the Iron Fangs. However, several of the items belong to members of the refugee camp. You recognize that there's a scarf that belongs to Jet, and yeah, there's a set of silver charms on rings that belongs to Rhina.
Cool.
So yeah, you get Jet and Rhina to promote, and you have 2 random promotions you can assign throughout the group.
Cool.
I mean,
From commoner to warriors?
Yeah, basically.
Sure.
Unless, I mean, is there a caster NPC class?
yes, but it's
Yeah.
shitty.
It's the expert one.
No,
What
adept.
kind of
Adept.
what kind of casting do they have? Like cleric or something?
I think wizard level 0s.
They have a mix of cleric and wizard stuff.
Okay, so we're not taking that 300. It's worth more than 300 gold at least to get them the promotions.
Yes.
Let's see here.
Careless.
Divine spells like a cleric, but cannot spontaneously cast.
That's nice.
Um,
Well, even in level 1, that's not bad.
So I'll maybe take one of.
They
take-
get a familiar at second.
I'll maybe take one of the stable boy under my wing and train him in the ways of divine casting. That'll be one of the promotions.
If you know what I mean.
Honestly, I think adepting them would probably be the best bet, or I suppose warriors too, but still, more creating water and other kind of stabilizing cures would probably be a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then they get bull strength at second level spells. But I don't think we're ever going to get there, because that's 5th level.
Yeah.
Though, I suppose, in theory, we should be able to get them there.
So, what's next on the agenda?
I don't know,
So you could check
whatever's
out the one logging camp that you warned and see what happened to it.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Sure. That's
Which
G4,
one was
right?
that? G4? Yeah.
Yeah, let me get that whole thing here. All right, where is the whole thing? Aha. There we go. So yeah, this was so G4 is the tiny logging thorp of Thistledown. I'm gonna move everyone to the creature encounter thing for that. They stood no chance because they were first in the way of Scarvinius's arrival. The bugbear put most of the 15 residents to slow deaths, and the longhouse has long been burnt.
Well, we did what we could.
Now only 2 charred walls of the longhouse survive, with the bloody flayed skins of half a dozen former residents tacked onto them.
Good God. These guys are not nice.
Downright mean, you could say.
Yeah.
We probably should be doing something about this.
There's a patch of earth that looks oddly red next to the whole thing.
Well, that's probably blood, but I'll perception it.
How close do you get to it?
As close as we need
I'm
to.
looking at it as I approach, so if it's a trap, maybe I would have a chance to notice.
1 second. Okay, so you see from the big bloody mass, 4 bloody skeletons rise up.
Oh, shit.
Somebody didn't sanctify their corpses.
Probably intentionally.
Well, they're hobgoblins. They don't give a shit.
That was a joke. We know they don't give a shit.
In fact, probably they'd see a bunch of skeletons screaming at their torture and probably laugh.
So, how are we gonna do this?
What? Kill the skeletons?
Well, there's another thing, too.
And another thing.
And there's a bone golem, and... Oh, what's that? A Tarrasque in the distance. Fuck you, you party.
So, you know that thing of flayed skin I was mentioning?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Fucking finally, that was way. So that... I need to edit the color here.
You realize we're still on the camp map, right?
Oh, shit. 1 second.
Oh, I know I was sucking so bad. I didn't activate my judgment.
Move. I'm assuming this is another day, basically, based on the fact that we can't travel that quickly.
Yeah, this would be another day.
And I think we did, and that was a continuation of the previous cave encounter, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely that was the end of that day. And so I'm up to full. Got all my stuff back.
Go cut those punish.
Yep, and I don't think that's. So yeah, that's our level. Looks like a level 3. So make sure everyone's HP is updated.
What? We're level 4.
Right.
Yeah,
I think these
but
tokens
this
are
is
level
a
3.
previous map.
So make sure your HP is correct, basically.
Nope. This is this.
Yeah, that's for
These tokens are level 4. Since
Yeah.
we
Mine was
did
not.
an ambush here.
Mine wasn't, so I was just having everyone check. Can't hurt.
Well, you guys are scrubs who didn't update their tokens.
Yeah, well, your token isn't even accurate, so.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Mr. Scrub that doesn't update his token.
Shut up. Where's my thingy? Oh, there you go.
That's pretty funny, actually. I like that. Did you change your token completely?
Yeah, because I'm not using a battle axe anymore.
Oh, gotcha. I like my token. It has a smug look that I can relate to.
You can relate to. Oh, initiative.
1 second.
I suck ass.
I really do want to get that sometime. I think there's a ranger archetype where you can just decide which order everyone's in.
That's really cool.
I'm pretty sure it's a rogue thingy.
Maybe it's multiple classes together, but I posted it somewhere. But it's just a funny idea. Like, no, you always go last. I don't care what. You always go last.
Oh, I think I know what it is. It was that study terrain thingy.
All right. So those are the skeletons and stuff that remain after the whole thing.
And what about this?
That's a shred skin. The fucking flayed skin comes to life and flies towards the party.
Oh, that sounds very dangerous.
Well, we should probably deal with this stuff.
I need to get more skeletons. Initiative.
It's not my fault they rolled well.
Well, go ahead then.
Okay, so they're gonna scooch forward. This one's gonna go over and try to attack the kitty.
Okay.
So it's going to attempt to strike with its claws. Miss. Second one attempts to go after. Miss. One. Miss. Miss.
Only has one attack, but okay.
No, it says 2 claws.
But they'd have
It
They-
moved more than 5 feet.
Oh, well,
only on a full
so-
attack. Yeah.
Fourth one, kitty. Only gets 1. 7. Wow, these things suck.
That is bad rolls more than anything. Yeah.
It's a +2. So, you know.
But still, I mean, just these rolls are
Okay.
pretty bad stringing
I'm
rolls.
assuming that rosebush is imaginary. So
Yeah.
I'm going to 5-foot step back, bull's strength. And we're going to start with
Okay.
this one. Bite. Am I getting Leon damage?
Probably, yeah.
13. It would bypass DR bludgeoning.
Okay.
Is that one still up?
Well, it drops.
Okay. Moving on to this one then.
Oh, I thought you were attacking that one first. Doesn't matter, I guess.
Well, I mean, I did do this one on purpose, so.
Just go with it.
Claw. Claw.
Second claw will hit it.
Okay. This would not bypass DR bludgeoning.
Let's see. Well, guess what? That's still enough to kill it.
Wow, that's surprising.
Okay.
My luck.
Well, seeing that the kitty is taking care of those skellies, I will charge at the skin thingy. Get to there, and I'll single attack.
It's very much a
Okay.
DreamWorks face that it has going on there.
Let me zoom in. I didn't really get a good look.
That's
Probably
classic.
for future things, claws are bludgeoning.
No, there should be slashing, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Bludgeoning
sure
and
it's
slashing.
Huh, that's surprising.
cool.
So that will be 20 to hit for 10 plus 8 plus 2. 20 damage.
All right. 20 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not looking too good.
And I'm guessing it's immune to intimidate. I forgot to do that last combat. It's probably undead. I'm not sure if it's immune to that.
I
Yeah,
think it's immune.
they're immune.
Yeah.
They're affecting.
I'll remember that when it comes up. So that's our turn.
Okay. Clintock.
All right. I suppose 20 gets me here, and then I'll shoot the skin thing.
Okay.
18.
Good job. Stealing my panache like a scrub.
You don't need it.
I do. I need it very much.
You have full panache.
No, I used to use it.
Oh, cool.
To deal an extra 4 damage on the thing. Anyway.
All right. So let me remove that from the initiative order. Dalgoic, by the way, I'm gonna need knowledge religion checks from anybody who can.
We're basically done, but okay.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not saying-
Let's see.
Holy shit.
All right. Once this battle finishes, I'll have to know how long you're all going to stay in this area.
Sure.
Okay. So, are you going to attack?
I sure gonna try. I fail miserably. And I finish my turn.
Okay. Skeleton's turns. Full attack on Humam. Both miss. Full
Yep.
attack on the kitty.
There's
Going to confirm.
that confirms.
Oh shit.
Second hit does not hit anyway. So where's their shit? Okay. Deals 8 damage.
Okay.
It is now your turn.
Kitty is upset. Bite for 15.
Kaboom crunch.
5-foot step. Claw for 12. Claw for... and that 12 was actually the wrong amount. It should have been... So I'm gonna, since I got both claws, I'll roll both of them now. Plus... 26 for a claw rake.
Okay. So that destroys it. So how long are you all going to be picking through this area?
I imagine at least hours.
Well, no.
Yeah.
1 hour-ish later, you hear a clattering and a horrific sort of noise. Guess who fucking steps back
This
the
is-
fuck up?
I heal him, by the way, with my...
Well, we have a wand.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, just to be clear, I was doing lethal damage. Just
I know.
Undead.
Yeah, I know.
Just
The thing is, I'll need you to roll your knowledge religion checks again.
Okay.
Heal 5, puppy. Tell me if you want more.
Yeah, same as before.
Human,
Yeah,
can you
fine.
roll a knowledge religion again?
23.
Okay. You know that bloody bones get the fuck back up after 1 hour unless you destroy them with positive energy, or if it's reduced to 0 hit points in the area of a bless or hollow spell, or if its remains are sprinkled with holy water.
Well, those are 3 things we can't do. Actually, wait, what am I
We
talking
can-
about? We have cure
We have a
spells.
wand.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's let me look at what we have to see if we have any holy water.
I ain't got any.
I don't think we've come across any.
Holy symbol. Holy symbol. Okay, I don't see any holy water. Just in case it happened. It's a theoretical possibility.
Mhm.
And then what was it? Hollow spell, or I think cure light wounds would be the way to go. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or channel would be obviously better if we have that.
You want to do the combat again?
But do they have to be like okay? Does it have to be put down by it, or could it be done after they've been put down?
You can probably hit them with the spell after they're put down.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So from the knowledge check, do we think they reform with full hit points, or are they like just like
they already reformed.
right? But when they reform, are they like as they were originally, or is it like regeneration where it's just like it starts off as just like you're just a little bit left? You know what I mean?
That's double.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's what I was asking. Darby?
About what?
So when they reform, are they like basically good as new?
No, they're
No.
at 1 HP.
That's what I was asking. Okay,
Okay, good.
So channel.
Yeah, we'll use 4 charges. Is what you're saying? Okay,
Dude,
because we don't
just-
have anybody who channel.
You're a cleric, aren't you?
No.
Oh my fucking god! I'm an inquisitor. What the fuck?
Right. So
I
you're
thought-
a cleric. Why don't you channel?
I thought you were.
No.
They don't have that.
I 100% thought you were a cleric. Okay. So
We
yeah.
have a cleric as an NPC. This is the second time you guys mistook me for a cleric. Do you really think I'm gonna play 2 clerics?
I mean, there's no reason not to.
Kitty. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Kitty 5 foot steps forward.
and knocks all of them down. At least 3 of them.
They're flat-footed, so
Mm-hmm.
bite on the one on the right.
That hits.
Doing at least 1 damage, so you know.
Okay.
Claw to confirm.
Does.
So that's 19 on that one. The next one receives another claw.
I'm just gonna say it fucking dead.
Rolling is fun. And then I myself am going to cast Cure Light Wounds, 5 foot step forward, and roll a melee touch attack.
Okay.
Let's see. My strength is actually not wretched, so there should be a decent chance of this. This is versus their
It's a
flat
DC
foot.
10.
Yeah, so versus flat foot touch. Ball.
You fail to touch a pile of broken bones.
I'm
I
gonna
haven't
say-
seen him yet.
Actually, wouldn't it'd be 5, wouldn't it?
What?
It doesn't matter, I got a natural one.
Right, with his negative dex. It's like touching, you know. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Kevin, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, I have the movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Turn over things in the way. Go over there and single attack. 18 to hit for 12 damage. Actually, 16. If it matters. 18 with Leon.
Yep.
18 for 18, let's go with that.
Okay.
So, not sure if 18 hits, though.
It does.
And then we take
Give them a
minutes.
charge each.
Yeah.
I'll edit that.
Okay.
That permanently destroys the lot of them.
Good.
We try to use our spells, not magic items, because we.
Yeah. We'll use one of my Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah, and I can do that too, so I may as well just burn the other 3 down.
So, how many?
We don't need the wand. Fuck you.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Holy shit, we're already at 20. Oh my god, I've been using this wrong. This is a wand of magic missile. It's not my fault. I'm too used to it. We spent 50 charges in that game.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's that, I
Alright.
guess. Can we perception the town to see if there's anything valuable left?
That's what
Yes,
we were
one
doing
second.
for an hour.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you
here's-
do find stuff.
My god.
Give me a second here. All right. So for the things that you find, right. All right. So I'm assuming that. Oh, one other thing. You know Scarvinius's hut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
It looked like the leather that made it up was made from human skins. Would you have burned that?
We would
Yeah.
have buried that. I don't think leather burns that well.
Leather burns really well.
Cool. So
It's
we
leather.
that really doesn't mean anything to me.
It's dried carbon.
Sure.
All right. So the skeletons do not reform several days later. Then.
Cool.
All right, so in terms of treasures, let's see here. All right. So you find the following. So do you perform religious rites or anything to
I do.
all right.
To my god, Caden Kaline. I'll give him a nice little burial. I think we have a traveler's aid too.
So on your way back to the camp, you see an owl.
There's a hermit hut as well.
Yes. Okay.
We warned him too.
Right.
I don't think the module has anything for warning them, and that wouldn't do anything.
Well, it,
No,
you know.
I know what happened to them. When you go there, they're unfortunately dead because they were in the path of the whole thing too.
Being warned makes them go out of the path.
They could have been dead before they were even warned.
Yeah. I'm gonna need also an appraiser spellcraft as you look over some of the goods.
I'll give you some spellcraft, 1 sec.
I can do that.
Let's
Kevin,
see.
can you diss me for that bracers when you
Do
get
I
to
not
it?
have spellcraft? Could it be? I do have spellcraft.
And there's a hand of the mage
Oh, those
around
are
the neck
fucking
of the
cool.
shed skin.
24 spellcraft.
24 spellcraft. You find a canister of nondescript gray powder that is actually tarnished silver dust, worth 400 gold.
All right.
And that is everything from that area. So I've got a good amount of reading to do.
All right. Well, that
Okay.
nice to get clearing up. So that was everything from the big map that we were working on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Let
I-
me go to the actual the one person's encounter and stuff, and I'll check this. So this let's see here. She would have Yeah, so she's dead, so most of the stuff is gone, so she can't do any of those things. So you missed out on the ability to get some spellcasting services early.
Mhm.
And she's got practically nothing. So all right, that's the first book 100%ed.
Awesome.
Technically, it's not 100%ed since we missed a lot.
Fucking
I don't know.
it's
We've been
actually-
100%ed enough.
I think
The
it was.
story is then 100%.
I think it's impossible to not miss anything.
yeah,
You make choices.
right.
There's-
Especially in the
okay.
beginning.
The only things, actually, what's funny is that a good chunk of the shit that you missed actually was stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you guys remember it was all determined on where we went first and
Yeah.
in order.
and I don't think we could have possibly not missed anything.
Yeah, it was made to get most of things, but there's no way
Yeah.
to get all of it.
You can't
I-
have your cake and eat it.
I feel like the first part is like the only part that was really given a good chunk of thought throughout this entire thing.
Really, I
feel
think we
like so
ran
wrong.
into less shit as things went on. But then again, you're probably seeing the raw version, and we're seeing the corrected.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. I hope. I mean, I guess now's the
No,
time.
I ran it as close to raw as I could.
So Darby, like, if you really are not having fun, that's something we should address at some point.
I'm going to read the second book and see if it's anything that would piss me off. And if it is, then yeah, I'll probably be pissed. But let me take a look here at some stuff because there's more to the book, but I think that's just like a gazetter and stuff, and I have to read whether or not the rest of the book is important or referenced back to.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to take off here
Oh man.
Okay.
Right?
or
Okay.
if we're done.
Yeah.
Well.
The
So-
only thing I would say, Puppy, is maybe the week before. Well, if we continue Fridays, you may want to jump in on the last one.
Did you guys tell?
Whenever you return, because Indy's really interesting in the way he does things.
Did you guys tell Poppy about the trio we're playing?
I haven't.
Don't know
It's
what
really
you're
fun.
talking about.
We're playing a filler game for Darbo's
Right.
jamming it, and we're playing three brothers basically, like three siblings,
Mhm.
and we all have this trait that's like a sibling trait, and it's fun.
Hmm.
And I'm a paladin.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
it's-
Yeah, it is.
He's doing pretty okay with it. There's not a lot of paladinness needed just yet, but
All right.
No choices to be made.